I love a buttered biscuit.
Well, you're handling that mic pretty well.
Yeah. Gotcha.
God, that's funny.
Oh, God. Kaiser Pineapple is Captain Wise Ass.
that was Hal 9000 did that little intro. I've got another
awesome.
one.
I have to thank him.
Yes, I've got one that is almost the same thing, except it's a little movie theater thing. I was like, oh, that's cool. I actually ran it through YouTube to see if it would get me a strike because of the music, and no problems. I was like, sweet, we'll use it.
Nice.
I love it. Hey,
definitely gotta tell Hal thank you so much for that. That's awesome.
I will. He'll probably be in here. He usually shows up.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Christine, Eris, good to see Eris,
nice.
Christine, and Flatty, my love. How are you, Texas Jen?
Texas Jen
steals my heart away. Damn, girl.
Howdy, yo.
Hey, Cool Gamer, how are you? Good to see you. Because I don't know if Cool Gamer is a man or a woman. Just comes in and says hello.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, cool. Good to see you.
Okay.
Hello. Well, and sorry, ladies, I hate to do this to you, but I'm not sure if Yamaha will make it in tonight. He's had power issues, so if he's able to make it, awesome. Enjoy having that man on here, and he may just be looking at an old post that I gave him, and you know, or I might have sent him the wrong link.
That has happened.
as long as he's okay, that's what matters.
Yes, that is all that matters. It seems like he's safe. Just was running off of a gas generator for a while, so that's why
Just
we
don't use it in the house. You're fine.
Why not? How is she going to warm up the house? You get this nice pink glow about you. It's so wonderful.
How do you bring the power in the house if you don't bring the generator in? Come on.
Right. Hey, Rossman Ranch, how you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah. So, and my wonderful rabbit.
Rabbit.
Pleasure. Always a pleasure to have the rabbit here. It is so awesome. No, we had a very busy day today. Baker had a birthday stream. It was so great. So great.
Did anyone send him strippers?
No, we just got him a blender. A mixer.
Okay.
Yeah,
mixer.
mixer.
That's almost as good.
Yeah.
He'll get the stripper when he comes to the States.
Oh,
Yeah. Maybe. And not the paint stripper, I'm telling you.
Not even the good kind. Damn.
Not even the good kind.
It's awesome. No, and so I did a little pre-stream to get people I was sort of like the opening act, like, come on, let's get everybody pumped up for Baker. And I was just like, as soon as Baker goes live, I'm sending you guys over there. I don't care where it's at. And just boom.
Is that a fluffer?
Yes. It's exactly what that is.
Okay. Yeah.
Ta-da! I've been working on the railroad all the live long day.
I don't want to touch my mouse to my hand.
Sitting there, your arm, it's like your arm just going up and down. You checking your watch. Come on.
Yeah, my wife, she wears one of those
Wrist brace.
iPhone watches things, and so she'll like be doing this number, and I'll just walk up to her. I'm like, I mean, if you're doing that, she just looks at me like, I'm not going to punch you.
While you're in the motion.
Yeah, I mean, you need the workout. I got that handled. Oh no, it was fun. It was such a good. I had a great time, and Jamie came in and was able to hang out for a little bit before we sent everyone over there, which was really cool because I mean Baker's just such a great person. I mean,
Oh yeah,
and he deserves every bit of all the people showing up and celebrating with him his birthday.
Yeah.
I regret that I cannot catch his streams often enough.
I know.
Yeah. I mean, he streams during the day when I'm at work, and
Same.
sometimes I'm able to put him on, but
Yeah, sometimes I'm able to throw something on there, sometimes I'm not. And I'll be honest, I have kind of like avoided most of the like the trial streams for the right now, for the most part anyway. I don't know why. I just after a certain case we're all familiar with, I kind of just lost faith in the justice system.
Mm-hmm.
Just putting that out there.
Yeah, we all, I think, pretty much agreed that that's a little shady, a little sketchy, and we want the best for people in
Oh,
general.
look who just showed up.
Hal.
Oh, what's up, man?
Oh.
Hey, by the way, just got to see your intro for me. Dude,
Yep.
Awesome.
Oh, he
Love
made that
it.
music too.
So
He made the
good.
music too. Awesome.
cool.
Thanks, Hal. It was awesome.
That is awesome. Dude.
And I do have a better intro. I just loaded the wrong one up because I'm a moron. That happens. And what I'll do is I can delete that one. I'll put the correct one in there because that one is much better. I don't know why he did it, but it's good. I enjoy it. I was having fun with his intros because I was like loading them up and I'm like, no copyrights. That one's working. That one's good. And then this is the finished product.
Sweet.
Love it.
Yes. That was one of the test intros, not the final. There is a final one.
Oh.
Click on it. Let's see if we've got that one. I'm pretty sure. Oh, yep, here it is. Got it. I think we have the final one here. This is all about you tonight, Kaiser.
Oh boy.
Why not torture you? That one better?
There you go. I'm just curious who's standing behind him when they actually show his picture. You see a silhouette.
Yeah, it
behind
was
him?
a silhouette.
It's from the first episode of Star Trek: The Next Generation. So in that episode, they introduce Captain Picard, but they zoom like straight into the office, of where he's at on the bridge, and that's kind of him in silhouette.
Yeah.
Oh.
So it's Patrick Stewart.
Cool.
Nice.
Very cool.
Very, very cool.
Very
groovy.
cool, man.
Groovy, baby. Groovy.
Yeah.
So you guys ready for this? I did send you guys a copy of it.
Yes.
So if you
It
needed
looks
to.
good.
Yes.
I
and
gave it a little brief flip, and
Mhm.
yeah, it turned. I had to rewrite chapter 7, 8, 9, and 10
Oh, no.
10 times.
oh wow.
because
Wow.
what was happening is whenever it hit chapter 7, it would like almost start the whole story over
Huh.
Huh.
and reintroduce
nice.
characters, and I was just like, okay, this isn't working.
Right.
And then I got 7 finished, and then I did 8. It did almost the same thing, except it made no sense to the rest of it. And then by the time I got to chapter 10, that one took about 6 tries to get it right, and it was all what I was putting in there. And I finally got it to, okay, this makes sense now, because before it was like, well, you'll see whenever it gets to the end. You'll just have to enjoy it. I will redo Kaiser's part if he wants me to put the captain uniform and send him the footage.
Oh, definitely.
Yes,
You got to put the
definitely.
uniform on him.
If I had one, I would totally do it like right now. But I mean, yeah, I'll be completely honest. I do not have the Starfleet physique, so probably would have to like Photoshop my head on somebody.
Well, just as long as you're not wearing a, what is it, red shirt?
Oh,
well,
yeah.
that's only for the original series. In TNG is
Everyone's
that kind
wearing
of
red
Sure.
shirts.
Sure.
Yeah, because everyone needed to go. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, they redid the color scheme in TNG, so like every color has like a specific job that they have to do.
and not die.
It's like
Yeah.
healthcare.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes. All right. Well, let's bring this bad boy up. It is going to be much shorter tonight if it works out. I think it will.
I had to practice my hard-boiled detective accent.
That's
tonight.
right.
Well, detective accent. Well, damn, Casher. Here, let's. I think I should move you guys around and get you two separated one from another.
There you go.
You'd be rubbing each other in the wrong ways.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. I gotta put a cock block in there.
There you go. There you go. That's right.
Sorry, Kaiser. You're the cock block yet again.
Yeah, it's what I do best. Trust me, you don't want to know what my nickname was in college. It was literally something to do with cock blocking.
Oh dear.
And it wasn't even intentional. It was just like one time you walk into a room one time.
That's all it takes.
And then
that's
bam,
all it takes in college. Just one time, and you're branded for life.
You walk into the wrong room at the wrong time, and it's like, okay, I'm just gonna leave now, and then get blamed for that the entire rest of your time I'm in college.
Yep.
Or at least until they flunked out.
Yeah.
Of course, I still have recurring nightmares of the other time that I walked in on something happening, and it involved a lot of screaming.
Let's not get into that. Let's not.
I'll tell you that one like after the stream.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. Remind me, I'll tell you.
Ooh.
It's fucking hilarious.
My goodness.
All right. Well, here we go. Chapter 1. The dame with the emerald eyes. The clock struck midnight, and the only sound louder than the tick-tock was the ringing of my phone. I picked up the receiver, and a voice like melted chocolate purred through. Mr. Spade, it's me, Scarlet. I need your help. Trouble always had a way of dialing my number.
Miss Scarlet was the kind of dame that would make a bishop kick a hole in a stained glass window. She ran the Velvet Viper, a joint where jazz was hot and the drinks were cold. The kind of place where you could find anything from a good time to a bad end.
I threw on my trench coat, the one that had seen more rain than the weatherman's forecast, and headed for the club. The neon sign flickered above the door, buzzing like a fly at a barbecue. Inside, the air was thick with smoke, and the patrons were a gallery of goons and gals with more curves than a mountain road.
Miss Scarlet was perched at the bar, her emerald eyes glinting like traffic lights promising danger. She wore a dress that clung to her like a second skin.
Meow.
And every head in the place turned as if it was magnetic north.
She laid out the skinny, a precious family heirloom, an emerald necklace. You sure it was emerald? It might have been pearl. Had gone missing. She suspected it was an inside job. Find it, Mr. Spade, she purred, and I'll make it worth your while. Gotcha.
I started sizing up the staff. There was Johnny Two Times, the bartender who could mix a drink as well as mixing his alibis. Moxie, the singer whose voice could charm a snake and whose past was as checkered as a chessboard. And then there was Tiny, the bouncer with fists the size of Thanksgiving turkeys and a heart just as tender.
Before I could press for more details, the door swung open. A gust of wind brought in the latest character of the night, a shifty-eyed fellow who looked like he had more secrets than the CIA. A man, he made a beeline for Miss Scarlet, and I knew that was my cue to fade into the woodwork and watch the show.
The conversation was hushed, but the body language was shouting. Miss Scarlet's eyes flashed like a storm on the horizon, and the newcomer seemed about as comfortable as a long-tailed cat in a room full of rocking chairs.
As the two of them parlayed, I made a mental note of the exits and the faces, knowing that in this game of cat and mouse, that the cheese was bound to bring out the rats. The stage was set, the players was in place, and I was ready to dance.
But every good tune needs a crescendo. And as I stepped out into the alley for a breath of air that wasn't steeped in gin and desperation, I stumbled upon a scene that would turn this waltz into a tango.
Dun dun dun.
Chapter 2, The Stiff in the Alley. Sam Spade's gumshoes clacked against the wet cobblestones in the alleyway, the echo bouncing off the walls like a bad check. The Velvet Viper's back exit spilled like a silver light into the darkness, illuminating the night special, a body lying as still as a politician's conscience. Sam crouched behind the side of Stiff, a guy who wouldn't be playing the ponies anymore, and took in the scene. The poor sap's suit was more pinstriped than a zebra in a lineup, and the holes in his chest weren't tailor-made.
Looks like this bird sang his last tune, Sam muttered, his voice a mix of gravel and last night's whiskey. He flipped the corpse's wallet open. Mickey the Mole, he read aloud. Guess someone wanted to bury the lead and the reporter.
Just then, the shifty-eyed fellow from inside the club poked his head out the door, his eyes darting around like a pinball in a machine. Said, "Hey, Spade, you playing corner now?" He sneered. A grin spread across his face, across his little mug like butter on a hot toast.
The allegories are amazing here.
Only when the company's as delightful as yours, Sam shot back, standing up and dusting off his hands. He eyed the fella, who was known on the street as Tiny, which was a laugh, considering the guy was built like a brick shithouse.
Tiny's backstory was like a paperback novel worth of bad decisions and worse luck. He used to be a boxer, a real contender, until he took one too many left hooks in the kisser and started seeing stars more often than the night sky. Now he runs errands for Miss Scarlet, a job that involved less punching and more skulking.
Speaking of skulking, Johnny Two Times had slinked out of the shadows, looking like he had just seen a ghost or was about to become one. Johnny got his moniker for saying everything twice, a quirk that made him as popular as a tax collector at a birthday party. What's the rumpus? What's the rumpus? He stammered, eyeballing the Stiff.
It looks like Mickey took his last scoop, Sam replied, tipping his fedora back. And here I thought the press was untouchable. Johnny gulped,
Oh, sorry, go.
his Adam apple bobbing like a buoy in a storm. Bad business, he echoed, shaking his head.
Moxie, the club songbird, with a voice that could melt a heart at 20 paces, sauntered out next, a red dress clinging to her curves like a secret.
Dirty
Oh.
secrets.
Sam, darling, you have a way of turning up when things get messy, she purred.
Maybe I'm already there when it gets messy.
Her emerald eyes glinting in the dim light.
Get him up!
And you, Moxie, have a way of always being in the middle of it, Sam quipped, giving her a once-over. Moxie had a rap sheet of broken hearts longer than a winter's night, and her connection to Mickey was as clear as gin. She'd been seen on his arm more times than a wristwatch.
As the motley crew stood over Mickey's final byline, Miss Scarlet emerged from the club, her heels clicking like Morse code for trouble. "Sam, be a dear, handle this, will ya?" she said, her voice much more smoother than mine, like silk on satin. "I can't have this sort of scandal in my establishment." "And get your laundry!"
Sam nodded, knowing full well that Miss Scarlet's joint had seen more scandals than a tabloid. The dame was trouble in a dress, and everyone knew it. But she had a way of making a man forget his own name, let alone his suspicions. "Sure thing, Dow," Sam agreed. "We'll have a little chat about your late friend, Mickey." Miss Scarlet's lips curled into a smile that could mean anything. And what did she say, Diva?
Of course, Sam. Anything you need.
Meow.
As the group dispersed, leaving Sam with the city's latest puzzle, he couldn't shake the feeling that Mickey's story was just the prologue to a much longer, darker tale.
Longer.
With a sigh, he lit a cigarette and watched the smoke twist into the night. His mind swirled, not sure if it was the cheap booze or even the cheaper perfume left in Miss Scarlet's wake.
Oh, I love
I want a
this.
cigarette now.
You got a light, Johnny?
That's
Chapter
one
3,
dame.
the Ninth
That's one
Edge.
dame that I could look at her all day. She would warm every part of my body, from the top to the bottom, and probably
You know what I'm
inside
saying?
and out.
Know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Okay.
Chapter 3, The Knife's Edge. Sam stood at the alley. The neon glow of the Velvet Viper's shine casting long shadows across Mickey and the mole's lifeless form. The night air was thick, the kind of tension you could cut with a knife. Ironic, given Mickey's fondness for the blade. Sam's eyes narrowed as he surveyed the scene and the stench of the city mingling with the faint aroma of cheap perfume lingering in the air. It was a kind of smell that clung to your clothes like a bad reputation.
The Velvet Viper itself was a dive with more character than a pulp novel. Its walls, once a vibrant red, now faded to the color of a well-used boxing glove, were lined with booths that had seen better days and worse fights. Tell me about it. The bar was a long stretch of worn wood,
Oh my.
polished by the elbows of countless patrons nursing their sorrows, I bet. And the stage, a small platform at the far end, was where dreams came to croon their last tune before slipping into the night.
Paints quite a picture.
So I need you to fill in for her whenever it gets to there. Sam's gaze drifted from the body to the club's back entrance, where Moxie, the singer with a smirk that could curdle milk, leaned against the door frame.
You gonna stand there all night, Spade? Or you gonna buy a girl a drink?
She quipped, the corner of her mouth twitching with mischief. Ignoring her for the moment, Sam knelt beside Johnny, noting the multiple stab wounds. Looks like Johnny was popular tonight. Too bad. The last dance was with a knife. And go ahead and do a few lines.
Yeah.
Right. Tiny, the bouncer with fists like holiday hams, lumbered over, his brow furrowed.
I liked Mickey,
He grumbled.
even if he did have a bit of habit of borrowing money like it was going out of style.
And returning it, Sam prodded. Tiny shrug could have started an earthquake.
Not so much.
Sam stood, dusting off his knees.
Well, looks like Mickey's decorating days are over, and yet we was getting cozy with the night.
Tiny scratched his head, dislodging a thought.
Johnny 2 times was chatting about earlier something about a big score. Johnny 2 times, huh?
Sam's lips curled into a half smile.
That guy's more angles than a geometry book.
Oh my goodness.
Sorry, I couldn't help it.
If you didn't have multiple personalities, now you do.
Yep.
Congratulations.
Yay!
Congratulations.
Oh boy. This is gonna go over really well.
As if I'm cute, Johnny's going from the shadows. Is that Johnny in a pinball? I didn't do nothing, Spade. I swear my mother's grave. Sweet. This was less reassuring since everyone knew Johnny's mom was alive and kicking it in Florida.
Keep going.
Sam from Sugar was as dry as a pre-prohibitionary or prohibitionary martini.
Okay.
Well,
Go on.
Johnny, if I thought you had the guts for this, we wouldn't be talking.
Okay, I'll just keep going. I'm just gonna choose another voice. Miss Scarlet chose the moment to make her entrance, her red dress hugging her curves like a sports car in a tight bend. Sam, darling, she purred. This is terrible for business. Can you wrap it up quickly? Well, it's like a rare steak, Scarlet, he replied. You can't rush it, or it'll end up tough and unsatisfying. She huffed the sound of steam from a train about to leave the station. Fine, but I'll keep it discreet, will you? Sam tipped his hat. Discretion's my middle name, Miss Scarlet. As the night wore on, Sam's list of suspects grew like a politician's promises. The club patrons whispered and wagered their theories as wild as a bucking bronco. But Sam knew better than to trust barroom banter. He needed facts, and the only way he was going to get them was to dive deeper into the viper's nest.
A deeper dive.
Deeper dive.
Yeah, get in there.
The Velvet Viper was the kind of joint where the shadows held more than just the dock, and the air was laced with the kind of perfume that promised trouble with a capital T. Sam Spade leaned against the mahogany bar. His eyes scanned the room like a hawk with a hunch. Moxie was draped over the piano like a silk scarf, her red dress hugging her like it was painted on. She had that look that could melt a glacier and secrets that could freeze hell over.
They're really emphasizing that dress.
Yeah, they are.
Mhm. No.
Oh.
Sam sauntered over, his trench coat parting the sea of inebriated patrons like Moses with a flask, Moxie's eyes met his, sparkling like emeralds with a hint of mischief.
Sammy, darling,
She purred.
you look like a man who could use a drink or a mystery.
But, sweetheart, you gotta live on that seen more spirits than a haunted house, Sam quipped. But it's the mystery I came here to unravel. They exchanged smiles that knew the score, even if the game was still afoot.
As the jazz band played a tune that was smoother than a con artist's patter, Moxie leaned in, her voice a whisper that could turn a saint's thoughts to sin. Mickey the Mole had it coming, she confided, her breath tickling Sam's ear like a feather from a fallen angel's wing.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
He was he was double dealing more than a crooked blackjack dealer.
What's up, boys, girls, and Kaiser? I'm sorry to hear that. Spent 4 hours with a tax attorney.
We'll miss you.
Love you.
Maybe it could be a deduction. The trip.
All right.
And do more than just one line on this whenever you see
Yeah.
like
Okay.
that.
Figure I'll go down to the right
Until
there
you-
at the bottom of the
you'll feel
page.
You'll feel it. You got
Or
you.
like right there at the top of that paragraph where Sam followed. I'll go to that point.
Okay.
Sam raised an eyebrow. And what about Johnny two times? You're not exactly choir boys. Moxie laughed to Sam tinkled like ice on a highball glass.
Oh, Sammy, they're just pawns in a game of kings and queens. But watch your back, this place. Even the walls have ears and knives.
The conversation was cut short by the arrival of Tiny, a mountain of a man with a fist like cinder blocks and a scowl that could curdle milk. Both was to see you, he grunted. Oop, I lost my place.
Sorry. Right there.
You got
Jerking a thumb toward the back of the room. You want me to go ahead and do that next one?
Yeah, do it. Do
Okay.
it.
Sam followed, his footsteps echoing on the checkered floor like the ticking of a clock that knew its time was up. The back room was a study of shadows where deals were made and lives were traded like baseball cards. Miss Scarlet was there, her voice husky from too many cigarettes and not enough truth. Johnny two times nodded in the corner, his eyes darting around like a jitterbug on a hot skillet.
Sorry.
Well, I did like 4 voices in that. Jesus.
I know, it's wonderful. What flavor will this Slurpee machine today?
okay. The meeting was tense, the air crackling with tension like static on a wool sweater. Accusations flew like pigeons in the park. But Sam kept his cool, his mind working faster than a pickpocket at a tourist trap. He left them with more questions than answers, the way a good detective should. Then we keep going.
Yeah.
As he stepped out into the night, the neon sign of the Velvet Viper buzzed overhead. The beacon of vice and allure, much like the Illuminati. Sam's thoughts were a jigsaw puzzle with too many edge pieces. He needed a fresh angle, something as sharp as the knife that ended Mickey the Mole.
A recap. At the end of our last encounter, Sam Spade was cooling his heels in the alleyway by the Velvet Viper. A joint with more shadows than a forest at midnight. The cast of characters included enigmatic. I hate that freaking word. Miss Scarlet, the repetitive Johnny two times, and the late Moxie, who is now pushing up daisies. The mountainous Tiny, and a shifty-eyed fella who couldn't sit still. It was 1:30 a.m. and the time when most self-respecting folks were in bed, but not our Sam. He was up to his neck in trouble with the side of mystery. That was not supposed to be in there. Sorry.
Let's fix say. I thought you edited this. How did
Yeah.
get back in there?
Sorry, I missed one. Damn it.
Damn it.
Chapter 5. A shot in
Moxie's
the
not
dark.
dead. Just so you know, Moxie's not dead. We still got
Okay.
like that tight skirt on her.
Oh.
For now.
How many packs are you down to, doll?
Hey, I'm just trying to smoke a little, okay?
I only have
It's
4
good.
packs of Marlboros a day.
I took
It's
it
good
down
for
from
you.
the-
It's good for you.
You gotta
Didn't you
cut
know?
down, you know? Long life.
Yeah,
It keeps away the cough.
it does.
Only because nobody wants to be near my breath.
Oh, gosh.
Anywho.
The Velvet Viper's back alley was quieter than a mime's funeral. But that didn't last. Just as Sam was about to light a cigarette, the night exploded with the sound of gunfire. Bullets zipped past, close enough to part his hair and give him an unwanted trim.
I like trim.
Sam hit the deck, rolling behind a dumpster that smelled like it was filled with the ghosts of 1,000 dead fish. Bash.
Bash.
Fish.
Bash.
Who's the wise guy? Sam muttered. Peeking over the rim of the smelly sanctuary, the alley was as dark as his black cat in a coal cellar. But he couldn't make out the faint silhouette of the shifty-eyed fella, gun in hand, looking more surprised than a nun at a burlesque show.
Do the next one.
The shifty-eyed fella bolted, leaving Sam with more questions than a kid at a zoo. Spade dusted off his coat and checked for holes. His suit had more slugs in it. His suit had more slugs in it than a garden after a rainstorm. Time to get some answers, he grumbled, setting up to find the would-be assassin. Okay.
The chase led him through the labyrinth streets, past neon signs that flickered like a nervous heartbeat. Sam's lungs burned worse than 2 packs of Marlboro Reds. I mean, a $2 steak. He kept on the shifty-eyed fella's trail. Suddenly, a shadow loomed ahead. It was tiny, blocking the path like a great wall of muscle and bad intentions. Can you see me, Speed? Tiny growled, cracking his knuckles like a bowl of Rice Krispies. Step aside, Tiny. I'm not in the mood for your smack talk. Sam quipped, trying to sidestep the human blockade. Tiny chuckled, a sound like rolling thunder over a tin roof. Best is just done snipping a rim. Sam knew he had to think fast. He feinted left, ducked right, slipping past Tiny with a move that was smoother than a silk sheet on a satin bed in a $20 horse apartment. He didn't have time to pat himself on the back, though, because Johnny Two Times was waiting around the corner.
You shouldn't be her, Spade. Damn it. His eyes darting like a pair of marbles on the dance floor.
Give me one good reason, Johnny.
Son said, his hand inching closer to his holster. Johnny grumbled like he was trying to swallow a pool ball. The boss is angry and you're in big trouble. Sam smacked. That been a lot more hot water than a tea bag, Johnny. Spill it.
But before Johnny could sing like a canary at a talent show, a scream cut through the night. It was Miss Scarlett's voice, coming from the direction of the Velvet Viper. Sam turned on his heel and sprinted back, his heart pounding like a drummer with hiccups. He burst through the back door to find Miss Scarlett, her dress torn, looking like a rose after a hailstorm. Sam, thank heavens, it's a mess in here, she exclaimed, pointing to the chaos inside. The club was turned upside down, chairs overturned, glass shattered, and in the center of it all, a mysterious briefcase, as out of place as a penguin at a beach party. What's in the case, doll? Sam asked, his curiosity piqued.
You want to just finish that one up?
Yeah, just finish it.
Yeah, finish it. Oh, don't stop.
Miss Scarlet bit her lip, her eyes darting around the room. That's the root of all our problems, Sam. Open it and you'll see. Sam approached the briefcase, his fingers itching like they were covered in fire ants. He flipped the latches and...
Oh my God, how do you turn it off?
Oh God, what was chapter 6's name?
Chapter 6 is The Usual Suspects.
The Usual Suspects. All right.
Inside the velvet vapor, the atmosphere was as charged as a politician's expense account. Sam Spade's eyes darted around the main room, sizing up a gallery of rogues that called this joint a second home. Miss Scarlet was perched at the bar like a queen of her throne, all red lips and dangerous curves. Johnny Two Times was nursing a drink, looking like he'd just swallowed a bug, or maybe his own conscience. Tiny the bouncer was like a mountain of man with a skill that could curdle milk, and Moxie, who was twitching like a long-tailed cat in a room full of rocking chairs.
All right, folks.
Sam announced, with the kind of authority that could make a statue jump to attention.
One of you mugs knows more than you're letting on. Spill it and we'll be out of here till... Or like, we'll be here till the rooster's a horse from crowing.
Miss Scarlet batted her eyelashes, which were long enough to sweep the floor. Diva.
Mr.
Rick.
Spade, I assure you I'm an open book.
She cooed. But Sam knew better than to judge a book by its cover, especially when the cover was that enticing. Johnny Two Times got up, his hands shaking like he was trying to mix a cocktail in his palms. I didn't see nothing, Sam. I swear on my mother's grave, may she rest in peace. Rest in peace. Tiny just grunted, a sound that rumbled from his boots to the rafters, while Moxie suddenly found the pattern of her drink fascinating, tracing the rim of her glass as if it was held the secrets of the universe.
Sam leaned in, his voice low and smooth like butter on a hot skillet.
You know, it's funny how murder has a way of jogging the old memory. So how about we take a little stroll down Amnesia Lane and see if we can't find a clue or two?
The night wore on, with Sam tossing questions like darts at a board, hoping one would stick like he wanted to stick Miss Scarlet. Miss Scarlet was all deflection and innuendo, of course.
Slut.
Johnny Two Times kept repeating himself. Tiny was as talkative as mom in a funeral, and Moxie was sweating so much she thinks she was auditioning for the part of a waterfall, and the stench that came from it was like that of a sewage pothole.
Like the Hudson River.
Like the Hudson River.
As the clock ticked toward the witching hour, Sam knew he was running out of time. The killer was in this room, as sure as eggs is eggs, with the breakthrough he needed.
What?
Sure as eggs is eggs.
As sure as eggs is eggs.
Sure as eggs is eggs.
Eggs is eggs. There isn't anything else. They're not rocks. There's eggs.
It's eggs. If it's an egg, it's an egg.
Yeah.
And if
What
you're
is
in
an
Mexico, and if you're in Mexico, they're huevos, which can also be called something else.
I think you better check your huevos. You know what I'm saying?
Just watch out for Jose's huevos. You know, he's
Be careful you let somebody else check your eggs. You know what I mean?
I mean, last time I checked, Jose had like three huevos. No, tres huevos. Tres huevos.
Sí.
Could have been cinco huevos, but you know he was a few short of a dozen.
Muy importante.
I forgot what accent I was in. Oh my gosh.
It was kind of English-ish.
But the breakthrough he needed, I've lost it. But the breakthrough he needed remained as elusive as a politician's promise. Just then, the Moxie dropped a glass, and it shattered like a symphony of guilt. Everyone froze. And in that crystalline moment, Sam saw it. The glint of fear in Moxie's eyes. He had her. But before he could pounce, the lights flickered and plunged the room into darkness.
You go ahead.
Finish it.
When the
Finish it.
lights came back on, the Moxie was gone, like a ghost in a breeze. Sam cursed under his breath. This game of cat and mouse had just turned into a wild goose chase.
And we'll not do the recap because
All
there's
right.
no need to.
Chapter 7 The Long Interrogation. Sam Spade was in his element under the dim lights of the Velvet Viper, feeling about as comfortable as a porcupine in a balloon factory. He had his suspects lined up like ducks in a shooting gallery, and he was about to start firing questions. All right, let's cut to the chase and act like the last scene of a B movie, Sam announced, his voice as serious as a tax audit. One of you mugs is lying like a toupee in a hurricane. And Miss Scarlet leaned back in her chair, legs crossed, like the tea in trouble.
Sam, darling, you know I've got nothing to hide, she purred.
Her eyes glinted like diamonds at the bottom of a gin glass. Sure, and I'm the Queen of England, Sam quipped, rolling his eyes so hard they could have bowled a strike. Next up was Johnny Two Times, still sweating like he'd run a marathon on a wolf shoot. I didn't see nothing. I didn't see nothing, he stammered, which meant he either saw something twice or not at all.
Tiny was next, and the big log looked about as nervous as a long-tailed cat in a roof. How many times are we going to use this analogy?
Oh, they're running out of analogies.
This is sweet and my mother's meatballs. I ain't done nothing wrong.
He rumbled, his voice shaking the glasses on the shelves. As the interrogation dragged on like a Monday, Jesus, Sam's patience was wearing thinner than the plot of this story. He was about to call it a night when the small clue caught his eye. A matchbook from a rival joint. The tipsy tumbler. Well, I was going to say the tipsy tickler. Peeking out of Johnny's pocket like a shy raccoon. All right, Johnny, what is this? Sam asked, snatching the matchbook quicker than a pickpocket at a tourist trap.
I go there sometimes. Johnny confessed.
Looking guiltier than a kid with his hand in someone else's pants. Sam tucked the matchbook into his pocket
Because you might want to use it later.
his mind racing like a greyhound after a rabbit or a large rabbit. It was a lead, all right, and he was going to follow it like a bloodhound on a T-bone steak trail.
Or just because he wants to get a little tail.
But just as he was about to wrap up, the door burst open and in stumbled a figure, more disheveled than a scarecrow after a hurricane. It was Moxie, her dress torn, her eyes wilder than a taxi cab in rush hour. What did she say?
Sam, it's a setup. It's a setup.
She gasped, her voice trembling like a fiddle string. Sam's eyes narrowed. The case was twisting more than a pretzel in a yoga class.
With more analogies than a crime novel.
Crazy.
Hey, you guys decided it, not me.
I know.
I think it's great.
I'm loving this.
I do too. I
I
love
do
it.
too.
The velvet viper was buzzing like a beehive after a bear poke.
Oh.
That's a little unusual.
Oh.
Sounds a little like,
My.
you know what a bear is, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Sam Spade was in the thick of it. I bet he was. His fedora had a rakish tilt. Eyes scanning the joint like he was looking for the last peanut in the bowl. Oh. Miss Scarlet was perched at the bar, nursing a drink that could sterilize surgical equipment. Check yourself, Miss Scarlet.
Cheers,
You're gonna
Scarlet.
die.
Cheers, Scarlet.
She's about to
Well-
pass out.
Well, Johnny 2 times was pacing, making everyone dizzy.
Oh, wow.
Sam, you gotta believe me. I didn't do nothing.
Oh, I thought you guys were going to continue on because I heard him read the next line.
Oh, no, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay. All right.
Sam, you gotta believe me. I didn't do nothing. Johnny blurted out once. He meant it again for emphasis. Sam just raised an eyebrow.
Sure, Johnny, and I'm the Queen of Sheba on weekends.
Tiny as the bounce of the feast of the size of Thanksgiving. Turkeys listened and leaned against the wall trying to look innocent, but we couldn't spell innocent if you had spotted him in the eye in the end. And then there's Moxie, who eyes wide as saucers at the UFO convention, clutching a torn dress like he was the last life jacket on the Titanic.
Sam, it was awful.
She stammered.
I saw.
What?
What, was the ghost of a fashion future? Sam quipped.
But the smirk faded when they saw the look of genuine fear in her cold, trained eyes. But Moxie could not spill the beans. The door of the Velvet Viper swung open with the subtlety of a brass band. A man walked in, his face like a bulldog chewing a wasp. It was the Detective O'Malley, and he wasn't there for the ambience.
Let me go ahead and do this one while I'm at it.
Yeah.
Okay. Or Spade, what's this I hear about the shooting gallery out this side of the murder?
O'Malley growled, his mustache bristling as if he wanted to chop on his face and started an investigation.
You can continue.
Are you sure?
Unless you want me to keep going.
Sam was about to retort with something witty, but Miss Scarlet cut in, her voice smooth as a silk stocking.
Detective, why don't you join me for a drink? I'm sure we can discuss this misunderstanding.
O'Malley looked like he had just been offered to dance with the devil, but the promise of scotch won out. Please the way, Miss Scarlet, he said, following her sachet to the bar. Sam watched him go, his gut telling him something more than a left shoe on a right foot. He turned to Moxie, who seemed to burst like a cheap balloon at a kid's birthday party. Moxie, what'd you see? Sam pressed, his voice as soft as a feather pillow. She leaned in, her breath smelling of fear and spearmint gum and all kinds of gin.
It was tiny.
She whispered.
I saw him in the alley, standing over the body. He was holding a knife, Sam, a big one.
How big was it?
It was so big. I've never seen a knife as big as that one. I couldn't contain myself. I had to run away.
Huge. It was so big.
It was so big and meaty and veiny.
Girthy,
such
one
a
would
hell
say.
of
Wait, that was something else.
I've never seen one like that. I gotta tell you.
What was the hilt like? What was the hilt like?
It
What
was
was the hilt
huge.
What was the hell like?
It was so big I had to repeat myself.
Tell him Johnny 2 times. Johnny 2 times. 2 times.
Sam, his head was spinning like a merry-go-round with a motor. If Moxie was telling the truth, Tiny had more to explain than a mime at a speaking engagement. But before he could question the mountain of a man, a scream sliced through the smoky air of the club. Everyone froze like a game of musical statues. It was Miss Scarlet. She was yelling like a banshee in the middle of a hurricane, pointing out why we were here in the first place. What did she say?
My necklace. It's been stolen.
And then, of course, the fucking rumor roped into Congress. Everyone started talking at once, and Sam knew this was no fucking accidental
Of course
diversion.
it was.
It was staged as a musical Broadway son of a bitch, and it was going to find out who was directing this goddamn performance.
Right?
I had to break into the whole.
wow.
Sorry. Excuse the language.
Chapter 9. The Crooked DA. The Velvet Viper was buzzing like a beehive. Wait a second. I swear that we've read this before.
Yeah.
Buzzing like a beehive after a bear
poke.
Yeah,
Nice.
it's repeated the analogies a few
It sure
times, but it's not
has.
the same area.
No, it's not.
That's a little
Yeah.
different right there. And Detective O'Malley was the bear. All right. He was the kind of cop who looked like he ate questions for breakfast and had a side of suspicion. He lumbered in, his coat flapping like the wings of a disoriented bat, and his hat sitting on his head like it owed him rent.
All right, what's the big idea here?
O'Malley barked. O'Malley barked, his voice rougher than sandpaper on a sunburn.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
Pretty fucking rough.
God.
Sam, cool as the other side of a pillow, leaned against the bar. Just on the night of the Viper's Nest, O'Malley, Miss Scarlett's lost her sparkly. We have a corpse in the alley, and everyone's playing hot potato with the truth. Miss Scarlett turned, her lashes to O'Malley. They were like semaphore flags in a hurricane.
Detective, I'm positively distraught. My precious necklace has vanished, and with it, my sense of security.
O'Malley grunted, eyeing the room like he might find the necklace just lying around, waiting to be found. That's when D.A. Gravely slinked in, smoother than a silk scarf on a jazz singer's neck. Gravely was the kind of D.A. who could indict a ham sandwich and make it look like a trial of the century. God, that rings pretty close to the truth.
Yeah.
Oh, it gets worse.
Evening, folks. Gravely oozed. His suit so sharp it could slice bread. I hear we have a bit of a situation. A situation. I said there's a bit of a situation.
I was really
Sam-eyed gravely like a cat might watch a mouse with a gold tooth. It was no secret Gravely had more angles than a geometry book, and rumor had it that he liked to play dress up more than a kid with a trunk full of costumes. But tonight, he was all business.
Not gonna lie, I was really expecting you to read Gravely with a gay voice.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
now having read the rest of this, it would have made more sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gravely. Miss Scarlett's necklace took a walk. There's a dead body in the alley, and we've got a room full of suspects, Sam said, thumbing at the crowd. Gravely's eyes flickered with the kind of interest that spelled trouble. And what did he say, Wallstrom?
Do what?
What did he say?
Sorry, I was reading the chat.
Yeah. All right, let me start again. Gravely's eyes flickered with the kind of interest that spelled trouble.
Well, isn't that a pickle? Don't worry, Scarlett. I'll clean. Yes, I'll clean. Yes, I'm going to come around and clean this mess up faster than a cat. What? Lapping up milk. Yes,
Meow. Moxie is still looking like she'd been through a spin cycle piped up.
And what about me, Mr. D.A.? I've been manhandled and my dress is ruined.
Gravely looked at her and that could have melted butter.
Fear not, my dear. We'll have you sorted out quicker than you can say. Dry cleaner. Yes.
Yes. As the night wore on, Gravely and Mally prowled around, asking questions and getting answers slippery than an eel in a bucket of snot. Sam kept his cool, watching the room, his eyes sharp as tacks. He knew Gravely was up to something. The DA was as crooked as a politician's spine.
The clock ticked away, and the tension in the room was thicker than the smoke from a dozen cigars. Sam knew he had to tread carefully. Gravely was the type to hold a grudge tighter than a miser's fist around a penny. As the son started to think about maybe considering the idea of rising, Gravely cornered Sam for a private chat. Spade, you're a smart cookie, but watch it. This city's got more shadows than a forest at midnight, and some of them bite. Sam just tipped his hat. I keep that in mind, Gravely, but remember, shadows only exist where there's a little light to cast them.
With that, the cryptic exchange this day was set for the next act. Sam had a feeling that things were about to get as hot as a jalapeno in a sauna.
Chapter 10, Checkmate in the Shadows. The Velvet Viper, buzzing like a beehive after bear poke. Again, it is doing thing again. I do not know why this has to be... Okay, can we rewrite that?
The bear
Place
likes
was,
poke.
that
I think
was,
bear likes poke.
You're the bear.
okay, Velvet Viper was buzzing like old Soviet Union. Okay, got it. There we go. Moving on. And I, Sam Spade, was the bear with the stick. Okay, that is really stupid. The joint was a stew of suspicion, and every eye in the room was on D.A. Gravely, who was sweating more than Nana and Cucumber stand. Oh my.
What the
Gravely, I said, my voice is calm as a bomb disposal expert. Time to take the gloves off and the dress, apparently. The crowd gasped and Gravely's eyes darted around like a pair of marbles on dance floor. He lunged at me, but I was ready. I sidestepped and he stumbled, his dignity falling faster within his stockings. Oh my goodness. We tussled like two cats in sick. Gravely had moves, but I had the moxie. I thought that was character. I gave him the old one too, and he hit floor with thud that could have registered on the Richter scale, or just like the fall of Soviet Union. As he lay there, looking like he was like a deflated whoopee cushion, I reached into pocket and pulled out Miss Scarlett's necklace, the one that she'd been fussing over since the get-go.
Bum, bum, bum.
It looks like the DA's been double dipping in more ways than one. Equipped, dangling the necklace like a carrot in front of a mule. Detective O'Malley cuffed Gravely, who was now looking about as put together as a jigsaw puzzle in a toddler's playpen. The crowd erupted into applesauce. Applause, sigh. And I couldn't help but take a bow. Or a bow. Depends on which way you look at it. It's not every day you solve a murder and expose a cross-dressing DA. Miss Scarlett sidled up to me, her gratitude shining brighter than the neon lights outside.
Sam, you're a mess, but you're my kind of mess.
She purred. I tipped my hat. Just doing my job, doll. And we'll leave the last line for Volstorm here.
There you go.
You're muted, Volstorm.
Yeah,
I don't know if you know that.
we can hear you yelling across the room, so we know you're muted.
Yeah. Oh, he's having technical issues. Oh, no.
Technical issues.
Yeah, he is.
Well,
We're experiencing technical difficulties. Please stand. Bye.
I. As Melly led Gravely to the away, the DA's secret stash of lingerie peeked out from his coat like a flag of surrender. The velvet fiber could finally exhale. Or puke. Its secrets spilled out like the contents of drunk, late night, Friday night, or an overturned purse. And just like that, the case of Mickey the Mole was closed, the sun peeking over the horizon like a nosy neighbor. Fucking bitch. The dawn was breaking, and so was the case.
it was time for breakfast and a double scotch. Not necessarily in that order.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
it.
I like it. That was better.
That was a good story. It actually almost had a plot. You know?
Almost.
It was.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
AI. It can only have so much of a plot. Good Lord Almighty! Wow. So how's Volstorm doing? Because
I don't know.
I don't know.
Something's
I
wrong.
don't kicked him out. He might be
Yeah.
cold. He might be freezing. I told him not to sit out in the garage with the car running, but he don't listen. None.
He doesn't listen. Just doesn't listen. You know, what are you gonna do?
I like it. Man.
What are you gonna
Oh
do?
my gosh. So I do have some really cool ways of doing this. And I'm going to try different ways, but it's going to make it a little bit different tonight. Like normally we'll add in all this other kind of stuff, but we're going to make AI write almost the entire story without putting too much effort into it this time. And it's going
All
to
right.
create a whole outline for it. I can't show it because it'll give away too much about me because it has my name on there.
Mhm.
And let me see what this is. Chapter by chapter. Okay. So here's what it is. I'm going to create a premise, and all you have to do is give me a genre.
A genre.
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 I've been
And-
watching. I've been binging. Only Murders in the Building.
Oh, okay.
It's
Well, give me a second. What I can do here? How about I do this because it's studio? We can get chat to vote on it. What
Yes.
we'll do is we'll pick out several different types of genres here. Start a poll. So what do we got? Like a true crime?
Mhm.
Isn't that what that is? True crime?
well, it reminds me of like Masterpiece Theater, but a modern New York
Okay.
kind of take. Yeah,
All right.
it's cute.
So what would we call this genre?
Meta mystery.
Here, how about
Meta.
this? How about I get a list?
There you go.
I will ask AI to create a list for me. How's that? And new Word document. Son of a bitch. Why is it not doing? There we go. I was like, why is it not doing a new Word document? All right, here we go. And pull that up and paste and go. Now I'm about to get a list of genres, and then we will start picking it out. Hey, Nicholas Starro.
Nice.
Hey, there you are.
If you're
Oh.
on in 20 minutes, I can join. Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Hey,
can,
it'd probably be just us chatting, but hey, that's fine too.
yeah, I
Mhm.
can do that. I'll drop a link here shortly. Let me,
Yeah.
let me do that.
Always happy
So-
to have Nick on.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay, so what we have is main genres, which are fantasy, science fiction, romance, mystery, thriller, horror, historical fiction, western, literary fiction. What would you? And and then there's subgenres amongst that, and that's what we'll pick from.
I do like horror.
You do like
Horror. Yes.
So we've got horror inside there. We have gothic horror, supernatural horror, and survival horror. That's
Are you pronouncing the horror? Or are
that's
you?
what I said,
Yeah.
horror. That's why I said horror.
Yeah, but you keep saying you're trying to say horror, and
Horror?
it sounds like you're saying horror every time.
What? No.
That's the way it sounds every
And
time you
I
say
will.
it.
I will tell
sounds
you.
You're
that
not
way.
getting the full. You're not getting the full second syllable of horror.
I have it. I am saying it correctly. Horror. Supernatural horror. What? I'm saying it right. I'm saying it just like you are.
Horror.
Horror.
That's what I said. What? All right. So here's our choices. We got gothic horror, supernatural horror,
Survival horror. I keep saying it like you. All right. Damn it. While the chat is selecting here on what kind of horror we're gonna do.
Me too, Sean. I think those are the best.
Oh my god. You guys
I'm
are
casting my vote.
Oh my god. All right. Oh my. Invite copy. Let me get the man with the plan. Where is he? Where is he? Yeah, I think I'll just get it over there on the X. And that way I can send Nick an invite. Jesus, Hugh Jackman, you need to like start drinking some water, man. Doing the whole killing yourself for this stuff is bad. Here we go. Paste. And there we are. So I put it in X there. Nick, yes, sorry. Brain fart there for a second. All right, what do we got? Oh, are you still laughing?
Yeah, I am.
So you'll vote Gothic Borough for Harris. Borough. Ah, I like that. Gothic Borough. Strong urine, drink water, definitely. Gothic urine. You like your horse supernatural too? Auto translate says horror. That's what I said. Horror. You got horror and you got horror.
Yeah.
Or whore and whore.
Hoover.
Okay. Here's an exercise, Diva. And I want you to make the sound that would be associated with this. TSA. What sound does that make? Okay. So TDI, what sound does that make?
Diddy.
Okay. TWA.
Twa.
Okay. And TWO.
Two.
2. Can't catch me.
Two.
Twelve.
Just like on Blazing Saddles. Two.
Twelve.
Yeah. Two.
Yep.
I love that. I've seen a couple of folks pull that one and just be like, they just keep going, Two, what's out Two? I'm just like,
Two, and then whenever they show it to them, it's like TWO too. Like, damn it.
It's gonna be Two to me. I don't know.
Two.
You say what you want. I'm gonna say what I want. All right. It's gonna be Two.
That's right, darling. We got you. What
There he
happened
is.
to you, Fall Stormy?
Oh my goodness! Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
Yes.
gotcha.
Thank goodness.
Did you open the window in the garage, let the air in?
Something like that. No, it just all of a sudden everything just kind of blipped out, and my my sound stopped coming through my headphones, and everything just went haywire, and so I had to shut it all down and troubleshoot it. It's all good now.
It was sabotage, I tell you.
It was sabotage.
Yeah.
It was sabotage, I tell you. Sabotage. It's awful funny. It happened after I did the preacher voice. Just saying.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
Just saying.
Yamaha, you are
Yamaha.
yours. You still have a link, brother. You're welcome to come in.
Yeah.
Yamaha. Yamaha. Oh, 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 oh. Yamaha.
Yamaha, it's how we identify with each other. So Gutters
Ooh.
wants to know, can we talk dirty with Diva without Volstorm?
Yes. Yes. All you have to do is find my Patreon and no, I'm kidding. I don't even have a Patreon.
Just find her OnlyFans.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I do have an OnlyFans. You could always post it in there.
That might be awkward. I don't know what I'd be sharing with you, Shizzy.
Well, you wouldn't be sharing it with me. You'd be sharing it with everybody else.
Oh.
Gutters Pub. Volstorm, we're done. You missed the climax. Look! I was sabotaged. There's nothing I could do. Okay?
You said gravelly too many times. That's what it was.
That was gravelly. Had them light me some mustard on my biscuit.
He does like them short stockings, and he's a little light in the
Well,
loafers, but it's okay.
I figured he had it coming.
And some days he gets it in the pooper, and some days I don't know. That's a little weird to me, but
Some days it's an innie, and other days it's an outie.
Ew. Ew.
some days it's both at the same time. He's like a broken sawhorse.
See, now I'm disappointed. What was the ending?
Oh, what was the ending? You didn't. Oh,
It was the DA. The
Oh,
cross-dressing DA.
It was the cross-dressing DA the whole time, you bitch.
Oh, I can't show it. I closed it. I don't want to open that up because then I'll dox myself. Damn it.
Oh.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
Uh-oh. Eris is
right.
saying she needs Cosby
What is it do you need? Do you need the pudding pop? That's what it sounds like.
Ooh.
All right. So we're going to count it down 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. End the poll. And at the end of the poll, what do we have? What do we have? I'm sure it'll tell me eventually. Right now. Oh, there we go.
Oh, nice.
So we've got supernatural horror, we got gothic horror, and survival horror. And it looks like supernatural horror is got it by 46%. That's why I said horror. That's why I said horror.
Yes, horror.
That's why I said horror.
Does it involve the secret sauce that goes into the pudding pops? Is that what makes it supernatural?
There we go. Yes. Supernatural. I'm sorry. I'm broken.
Yeah.
I'm broken. I think I broke Kaiser.
I just every time.
All right. Okay.
Yes, let's talk about our supernatural horror. There we go.
Whores.
All right. Supernatural horror is going to be our genre. Supernatural. Why did it not paste it? Son of a bitch. Damn it. Oh, bastard. Copy. There we go. And we'll paste that in that. So we'll paste. There we go. And of course it gives me a pain. All right. So what it's telling me is please create a premise for a supernatural horror novel that includes title, setting, main characters, plot, time clock, internal and external conflict, personal and story consequences. And then it's also going to create a blurb, and it's going to write an outline for the whole damn thing. And then I'm going to use that outline and complete the story this next week. What did I do? Undo. Okay. Copy. Oh, for whatever reason, it did a cut on it. All right. And and you can also mix and match if you wanted to. Like you could do a thriller fantasy if you wanted to.
So you can use more than one horrors, is what you're saying.
Right. there's also like there's contemporary like romance, historical romance, and paranormal romance, and there's cozy mystery and hard-boiled detective and police procedural.
Yeah, yes, expert. Whores.
That's why I said horrors.
Horrors.
That's what I said.
Horrors. Horrors.
It is horrors. Not whores, but horrors.
Horrors.
That's why I said horrors.
Horror. It's a
Not
horror
horrors.
movie.
It's a
It
horror.
is.
What I
That's
said.
exactly what it is.
So do you guys want a sub-genre of this? You guys are laughing.
Come on, Kaiser.
Subgenre.
Come on.
Subgenre.
Come on, Kaiser. You're the movie
supernatural
buff. Let's
horror.
go.
Supernatural horror like genre.
And then
Subgenre.
So we've got,
Right. I know. I'm trying to think of it.
and then
I'm
we've got fantasy, science fiction, we've got romance, mystery, and thriller, horror, historical. Well, we already did horror, so historical fiction, western, literary fiction.
Ooh, you know what? A Western
Yes!
supernatural horror would be
Yes!
amazing.
Okay, western.
I actually,
All right.
I know, silly aside anecdote, but I actually started a while back actually writing a, it was just kind of like a one-off thing. It was kind of a supernatural like short story based. It was like a Western, but it was based off of the Judas Priest song, "The Nightcrawler."
Ooh,
nice.
interesting.
Nice. I like that idea.
Interesting.
Okay,
Yeah.
so now that
Fun
we've
time.
got that, we've got several different types, and I'll put them in here because you guys don't like the way I talk.
I like the way you talk.
I think you talk real
You got a
good.
pretty
Shizzy.
mouth.
All right.
All right. You
Yes,
talk prettier than a $20 hole.
It's
Oh,
horror.
darn it, Mr. Lamar.
Don't be such a horror.
You
This is
talk,
a horror story, not a horror story.
you use your tongue prettier, Shizzy, than a $20 horror.
Or
Roar.
Harumph,
I
harumph,
didn't get a run for him.
harumph. You watch your ass.
You watch your ass. Hello, boys. I missed you.
Okay, and then
Work.
The affairs of state take precedence over the affairs of state.
Double entendre.
all right, and then we
Double entendre.
and, oh wow, that's what. Make sure I'm spelling it right. Weird West. Okay, Weird West. Right. Weird Wet. Oh, that would work.
Oh.
Oh,
Maybe it would. You never know.
It might.
It'd be rainy that
depends
day.
on the situation now.
Well, you don't want to do that. All right, so here we go.
Umbrella.
So our poll is, and just so you guys understand, traditional westerns, cowboys, outlaws, and lots of dust. Contemporary westerns, still cowboys, but they might have smartphones. And then we've got Weird West is like yeehaw, but with zombies. So there you go. There's our poll for that one. These are our so it's gonna be a western, but we gotta figure out what kind of western it's gonna
Which
be.
kind of western is it?
Right. And then we can do a third one if we need to on top of that. So if you want to start
Oh,
discussing
you forgot
that.
one in there. Spaghetti
Oh, a
Western.
three-way.
Oh.
Well,
Yeah.
trust me, it's going to get in there far enough.
That's what she said.
That'd be more of the comedy. But spaghetti western is more of a movie type than a
Okay,
story.
yeah.
So now breaking it down a little more, we've got literary fiction, we've got historical fiction, horror, which we've already done. We've got thriller, which will be like psychological thriller, legal thriller, techno thriller. We've got mystery, like cozy mystery, hardboiled detective, police procedural, romance, which is contemporary romance, historical romance, and paranormal romance, because who doesn't want to date a vampire? And then we've got science fiction, which is hard sci-fi for when your book needs more scientific jargon.
Paranormal romance or contemporary dating.
Yeah, pretty much the same thing, isn't it? Speaking of contemporary romance and dating, Nicholas Starro. Good What's up?
Hey.
How you doing?
I'm good. I'm very good, even. How are you doing?
Fantastic.
Wow.
Good.
What do you got going on tonight?
I had date night, and yeah,
Very nice.
I just got home.
Cool.
Fun.
Nice.
How's you and the lady?
We're doing good. We had a great dinner, then we had a movie, and then we went to her place. But she's one of these weird people who sleeps 8 to 9 hours, while
Yeah.
I do the normal 3.5 hours.
No,
So
not normal.
What? What's not normal?
Sleeping
totally
3 and 4
8 hours.
No. No.
Yeah. What?
Ain't normal.
I sleep twice a day. 2 times 3.5 hours, 4 hours.
Hey,
Yeah.
8 hours is normal if you have medication. Liquid medication.
I've been doing that since I was a kid, to my
Right.
parents' big joy. Putting me to bed around 6 p.m. when I was 4 or 5. And then I woke up just before midnight. Must have been hilarious.
I bet they loved it.
Especially if they're trying to get a little bit of sexy time going, and you're just like, Ma, Dad, what are you doing? Why do you look like why do you look like a monster with 2 bags? It's so weird. As Nick scratches his beard.
Okay, I have somebody who wants to say hello.
Oh.
Hello.
Hello.
Jingles.
The world's happiest cat, who definitely not will try to kill me.
That sounded realistic.
Ooh, that's the bad kitty. No, no.
I hope someone's going to be sleeping with Mommy tonight.
Kitty!
Stop being a dildo.
Man, kids acting like a dildo.
I know some little kitty that's going to be sleeping with Mommy tonight.
At some points, you stop wanting to sleep between your parents, especially if they're on top of each other.
Ew. Ow.
Okay, apparently I have no filter today.
Beautiful.
That is totally fine.
That's fine.
That's awesome.
Don't worry, it'll never make it through the translator. You're fine.
We're ending the poll in 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6.
Yeah.
5.
I'm glad you didn't say anime horror, because that would have been hentai, the way you translate it.
What are you doing, Monster Son?
Okay. Wow.
That's
The
a lot of
Weird
octopus.
West. Weird West is one out on this one. Whoa.
Weird. Okay.
Weird West.
Yeah, not wired, but weird.
Weird.
Weird, man. So weird. Like, weird, dude.
So
That's where I'm
define
telling-
Weird
I'm
West.
telling
Is
White
that kind of
Rabbit.
like a mix of different genres? Is it kind of like a mixture of
It says,
Western and something else?
well, on that is like Yeehaw, but with zombies.
Ooh, okay. Because
Zombie. Bad guy.
Eris says chat wants zombies.
Yeah. Hey, that's what they will get. They will get maybe.
Western zombie horror.
Well, it's so far we're to a Western, most definitely. keep text only. So we've got a Weird West supernatural horror.
This has the mental clockwork rolling.
Uh-huh.
And I'm just envisioning some.
And do we want to add a third one to it?
A third subgenre?
Uh-huh. It's up to you. You can say, nope, we're not doing that. It's too much.
Make it a musical.
Yeah.
I have a
I'm
really
sorry. We already have supernatural horror.
By zombies. Chased by zombies again.
Well, there is romance if you really wanted to get weird. Oh no, they do have space operas.
Oh my god!
So
they have
a Western zombie horror space opera. I don't know how that would work.
They have science fiction, which is hard sci-fi for when your book needs more scientific jargon than a NASA manual. You got space opera, which is soap operas with spaceships and intergalactic. Oh, different kind of operas. Sorry.
Yeah.
Then they got cyberpunk. Imagine everyone wearing neon and talking about the internet. Oh wait, that's just reality. Oh God.
Hey Yamaha. Yamaha's in the chat.
Instead of Glee, Gloom, a Western tale.
Gloom, Glee. Oh, that's so bad. Gloom, but a Western tale. So we got enough genres?
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. It'll take me a little bit to write this thing. Well, it'll take a little bit for the AI to write it, but I'll make it happen.
So for some reason, it just popped into my head about, of course, if we're going to be doing like a zombie, like Western, I just had this crazy idea of just where a group of random townsfolk are cut off from the outside world, and there's some sort of like a priest or something that's rolled into town. He uses some sort of necromantic power to raise up an army of undead, and the locals have to band together with like a local tribe of indigenous folks that also happen to be werewolves.
Led by Morgan Freeman.
I don't know, just popped into my head, and they have to come together to defeat
Who
this.
needs AI?
thing.
We've got Kaiser.
We got Kaiser.
We don't need
I
AI.
write D&D campaigns with less information.
I'm just thinking, is it going to be a house of horrors or a house of horrors?
Horrors.
Horrors.
And Eris,
well,
like
if we are
I
doing
can't-
westerns, we might as well do it in a brothel.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Eris, like I can't throw a gay cowboy in there. Okay.
Oh.
We can. Oh, that's the cool part about it, is because once I get the outline written for it, I can change things up so much. I can add names to it if I want to. I can like if they give me some name like Sam Spade again, I can change it to Dust Devil or some crap
Slick
like that.
Rick.
Slick Rick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever I
Sent you,
want.
Yo, man.
AI generated pic. I just wrote Wild West zombie horror.
Oh my God. Holy shit. We've got it. Huh. Okay.
MG, there has to be a vampire in there too.
I
Some
want to
random
suck
dude
your
kinda
brain.
Some dude
Okay.
randomly in the town like Doc Holliday, and turns out he's a vampire.
Well, say when.
Do this. And,
Yeah, I need to fetch my nicotine pouches so I can survive. Yep.
Yes.
here.
I understand.
I'm
Understand.
looking to make sure that I'm not missing anything. Okay. Well, there it is.
Eris, no vampires.
Mhm.
All right. And that was why it's at 9.
That's where you draw the line. Vampires? Come on.
All right.
Starting to feel
Wow.
like Twilight.
Okay.
Please no. Please no.
So here's the premise. The title of this is called Devils in Dust. Okay.
Ooh.
The setting is the unforgiving, arid landscape of the Wild West in a dust-choked town named Tombstone Shadow, circa 1870.
Ooh.
The main characters are Jack Deadeye McCoy, a sharpshooting outlaw with a haunted past, And we got Esmeralda Whisper Cortez, a mysterious woman with the power to commune with spirits.
Oh, and not an alcoholic, Diva.
Yes.
Oh man,
We got
You
the
must
Reverend,
way
we
to
got
get
the
in
Reverend
character.
Elijah Blackthorn. He is a fire and brimstone preacher.
Yes,
With the secret. And then, of course, we have Little Quo, a Native American Twaco with ties to the supernatural.
Ooh.
Okay, I didn't know we added racism into this story, but okay.
Oh, you calling Elmer Fudd racist?
Hey! This is authentic, Nick. It's authentic.
Okay,
Come on.
yeah.
So the cool part is it writes me out a plot. And the plot is Jack McCoy comes into Tombstone's shadow seeking redemption for his past sins. He meets Whisper, who reveals that the town is cursed, plagued by otherworldly creatures each night. Together with Reverend Blackthorn and Little Quo, have uncovered the source of the curse, a demonic entity seeking to break into the mortal realm. They have until the next new moon to halt the demon's entrance, or the town and its souls will be damned for eternity. Eternal conflict. Jack struggles with his self-worth and questions if he deserves redemption. Whisper faces the fear of fully embracing her powers. Reverend Blackthorn grapples with his waning faith amid the darkness. And of course, they don't say anything about Little Quo. But there you go.
It sounds like Skinwalker Ranch.
A little bit.
Could
Yeah.
be.
Yeah.
Could be. And then
Make
of
the
course
make the demon a skinwalker.
So here's the little blurb that it gave me. It says, when Jack McCoy rides into Tombstone's shadow, he's looking to outrun a bullet-ridden history, not gallop headlong into the mouth of hell, but spirits lurking in the shadows and devils dancing in their dust. Jack alongside that, I am going to kill you, you fucking AI. Enigmatic Whisper Cortez.
That's on the script? Wow.
That's in a goddamn blurb. I'm gonna find every word of enigmatic and
Mysterious.
delete it from the internet.
Enigma. Ethereal was another favorite.
Ethereal.
And there's the stoic Reverend Blackthorn, a shamanic tracker, Little Crow, and they found themselves slap bang in the epicenter of the supernatural, the unholy playground of devils in dust. With the new moon rising quicker than a gambler's debts and the nights echoing with eldritch howls, this motley crew is Tombstone Shadow's only shot at salvation. A demonic entity is itching to break through the earthly plane, and it's up to our heroes to cork that bottle of wickedness. If they fail, well, let's just say the afterlife ain't looking too goddamn peachy. It's a race against the Reaper in this rip-roaring weird West adventure, and ask the age-old question, can a town haunted by bad whiskey and worse decisions withstand an avalanche of ancient evil?
I love it.
I like it.
It's
I
got
like it a lot.
chapters in there. It's pretty damn solid. I think we can work with this, and it only has, it says 14 chapters, but we can make it shorter if we need to.
Yeah.
And it gives descriptions of each person too, if that helps. So Jack Deadeye is mid-30s, rugged with chiseled jaw and piercing blue eyes that seem to look through you. His hands are steady, callous from life on the run, handling guns more
Did you
often
say
than
steady or
headsets.
sticky?
He's a former outlaw on the path to redemption. Jack's reputation as a deadly shot precedes him, and a bank heist gone wrong, resulting in innocent deaths. Jack seems to balance the scales, though he's unsure if he's worth saving.
He just needs the right person to show him the way, honey.
Show you how to hold that pistol. Mm-hmm.
I imagine
Jerk that
Doc
pistol
Holliday
and go
actually
to
had
work,
that voice.
mister.
Yeah. And of course, Esmeralda's physical description. Late 20s, striking with ethereal beauty. Cascading like a waterfall over her shoulders. Her eyes, a deep brown hold of sorrowful wisdom.
Backstory: born with the rare abilities to communicate with spirits, Whisper has been both shunned and sought after. Oh, yes. I think we need to make her a redhead.
Well, yeah.
No, there we go. Red hair. There you go.
There you go.
I thought that was implied.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
And Eris, there is such thing as bad whiskey. Yes, there is.
Yes, there is.
Yes.
So what color should her eyes be if they're deep brown? Is that okay? Deep brown?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Backstory: born with a rare ability, blah, blah, blah. And then, of course, we got the Reverend Elijah Blackmore. His physical description is in the early 50s. He's tall with a gaunt face and fierce gray eyes, shadowed by a wide-brimmed hat. A black cassock reveals a body wrought by inner turmoil.
Looking like Clint Eastwood.
Yes.
Maybe we can make him with blackface. Does that work?
No.
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 Damn it. Damn it.
No.
It's
That would be
unintentional. Unintentional
Look,
racism.
this stream can only handle so much racism.
Okay, then we've got Widow Quell. Physical description: weight 30s, wide and muscular, with sharp, observant eyes and long hair adorned with feathers and beads. His skin bears marks of both natural elements and supernatural encounters. Backstory: he is a skilled tracker. I know about skilled trackers.
He's been hunting wabbits for years.
Been hunting rabbits. Ostracized from his tribe for dealings with spirits, Widow Quell walks between worlds, understanding that the battle between the rabbit is as much for the land as it is for the people. Power to people.
Now you know what happens when you do take that left at Albuquerque.
I have taken that left at Albuquerque multiple times. Damn it! Of course, you only have one choice: left, right, straight, or reverse, because they're all in what do you call it? Where they go vertical and horizontal lines.
Yeah,
There ain't-
longitude, latitude.
Yeah, they don't really. It's in a grid. There you go. That's the word I was looking for. Albuquerque is in a grid.
I'll be right back, guys.
It's flat. It's laid out in a grid. First street is your first street, and it goes all the way down to like your last street, which is be like 300 whatever street, and then it goes. Then the first street on the other side is starts with an A like ash, and it works all the way down to like zebra wood or something. Yeah. Seriously, that's how they've got Albuquerque laid out. So you know where you're at all times. It's just like, yeah, if you're sitting there going, well, shit, I'm over here on Ash Street and I need to be on Dickweed Street. Well, crap, I just need to go over. Shit, I can't count.
Hey, Shizzy, I'm over here on Peachtree Street.
Well, damn. I just only have a few blocks to go. Yeah, if you're in Georgia, and somebody tells you just go down to Peachtree Street, tell them
you are screwed.
Yeah, tell them you're an idiot and don't listen to them because they're trying to screw you up. I guarantee you. Unless you got one of them fancy fangled things called a GPS, you'll be screwed.
Good night, Eris.
Good night, Eris.
Good night, Eris.
Yes, I will be up at 6:30 in the morning doing another show. I'll have the link posted up there. Not right now, of course, but by the end of the night I'll have it up there.
Sweet.
Yes, it's wonderful.
Sweet.
So Nick, the date night was good.
Yeah.
What did you have for dinner?
Went to a new fish restaurant in Malmö.
Nice.
Just opened down by the harbor, and it was really, really good. Actually, it was really, really good. Surprisingly good.
Fresh fish?
Fresh fish. And I had salmon cutlet. So and they did good with that, with
nice
lemon and mash and some weird greens I couldn't recognize, but it was great.
We call them collard greens here in the South.
Well, vegetables, but they had this weird normal carrots, yellow carrots, and purple carrots.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, so they did a mix of that, and that was really great with that fish.
Hmm.
Carrots.
I might try to grow these strange carrots because I do have the room for it.
Well, and with carrots, if I'm not mistaken, you have to you can sort of determine how sweet they're going to be or how better just by the soil that you use on them. Something like that. It's really weird.
And you can even decide the size depending on the mixture of the soil and stuff like that. If you have very sandy or very muddy.
And just don't tell that to the ladies. Just don't tell that to the ladies.
I got my feet in manure because somebody told me it would grow much, much larger.
It was a lie.
Oh, I told me to stand in this sand pit. She said it was going to grow larger, and my God, it is cold out here.
Oh, she lied.
Gritty. It's just gritty. It's no good at all.
Get plenty of traction, but
It's like sandpaper on a sunburn.
Oh God, that was a horrible analogy. Horrible.
Oh, the analogies were good though. I really like that.
Oh my God!
Like a bear poke.
Take care, Flatty.
I had to say bear poke like 3 times.
Well, I think they were trying to get their bear poke across.
I think they were. That bear was getting in the honey for sure.
Yeah, I didn't notice that. I'm sorry.
It was funny.
Just like, damn it. What are they talking about bear poke again for? I was looking for like the real big glaring errors, like where it was like retelling the whole damn story.
Yeah.
Might have missed a few bear pokes.
At least we found the culprit on that story. There was an actual end to it.
Oh, yeah.
As opposed to, follow their adventures. Continue to follow their adventures. Oh, that's the end of the story.
Yeah. And you're like, son of a bitch. Yeah, I had, that's what I spent like 2 or 3 hours redoing that multiple times because it was so freaking bad. Yeah, it was so bad. I was like, no, like I said, chapter 7 and chapter 8 and chapter 9, 10 took like 6 tries to finally get that one down. Because of what I had to type in there, it was like, I was like, all right, I'm making Gravelly just a nasty, dirty little whore.
You sure did. You succeeded with that.
Yes. Yeah.
He was a bit pervy. He was.
Yeah.
Well,
yes.
The first iteration was really weird because whatever I typed in there, it's like, so Sam Spade grabbed the little bag, the little packet, and he tossed it over to Officer O'Malley, and O'Malley opened it up, and there, of course, was the necklace that was missing, and then as Sam beat him down and reached into his pocket, he pulled out the diamond necklace, and I was like, oh God,
it doesn't make any sense.
I know. I was listening.
That don't make no sense.
It don't make no sense at all.
How do you add an extra? Do we end up with an extra diamond necklace? I'm like, Ballstorm's brain's going to explode if I do that shit again.
Yeah.
It's like it was about ready to pop last week, and I didn't want to have that happen. Shizzy, Yamaha, you were invited this week. You were invited this week. I hope that your trees have turned into raw kindling and kept you warm, because them exploding like they've been hit by artillery shells is not a pretty sight.
No.
Oh.
That's pretty freaking cold. I'm sorry.
That's very cold. So did the sap not run all the way down, and then it had a hard freeze, a sudden hard freeze?
Yeah, that'll do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sort of like having a pipe that sits in the ground that gets water and goes in there, and it just sort of goes.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I've never seen that happen, but
Well, Nick, have you ever seen that happen?
Pipe bursts, yeah.
Well, no, I mean like a pipe that's in the ground with the water gets in, like a fence post or something like that. Water gets in there and it explodes, expands out, and explodes.
No, I can't say I have. I might, but because we have this thaw freeze over and over again here in Sweden now.
Yeah.
And that's hilarious because it's raining. And then
the
ground is still freezing. So rain hits, thaw, freeze. So I got... Yeah, it's a bit slippery outside.
I'd say so.
Yeah.
So I'm really, really happy with my snow tires with the good, what do you call it? Nubs?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Nubs are good on
Now,
time.
Steve, if I'm not mistaken,
Nubs are good.
some places they've taken those away where you're not allowed to use those nubs.
Some places, Stockholm, because every summer they forget there will always be a winter. So yes, they banned nubs on snow tires.
Smart.
And every winter there's a lot of accidents. But it's good for the environment, they claim, because it doesn't hurt the asphalt that much. Yeah, but people kind of die. And they run into.
Well, that's good for the environment too, Nick.
Yeah. True. A lot of people stop breathing.
Yeah.
CO2.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. That's true.
Well, if that's the case, if you're just trying to get things stop breathing, you just get yourself a little baseball bat.
Yeah, we have most politicians lives in Stockholm, so it's a win-win.
Yeah. It is. Standing in a forest at -27 is kind of freaky when the trees pop. Yes.
But yeah. Oh, yeah, those, yeah. When the big pine trees are going, let's see here, kabram. Yeah, we had a new record, or not a record, but we had
Mel.
up north. They had minus 44.8 centigrade.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
And that's about the same as in Fahrenheit, I think.
Yeah, that's just, you know how cold that is. That is just too damn cold. It's colder than witches in a brass bra, and I do not want to be putting my face in them nebbies.
You don't want to step outside to pee because it will freeze before it hits the ground and stuff like that.
Yeah. You talk about a pipe bursting.
Freeze-port leaves from the end of the pipe now.
Good part is it makes it look larger than it really is, but hey.
Yeah,
I'm thinking of like a microwaved hot dog. That's not a pretty.
You like your hot dog flailed?
It's bifurcated now. Oh,
it looks like a mess.
It's not supposed to do this. It's not supposed to do this.
Did it make it to the balls? Well, you're okay then. You can still reproduce.
who needs a prostate?
I don't know. Speaking of prostates.
Hey, there he is.
Segue is that? What the hell?
That was great.
How was yours doing this evening?
Never have a problem with it.
You're
No.
I'm not old like you. Not there yet.
But he ain't too far from it.
That's pretty good, Hal. You ain't seen cold until you fart and end up with a brown bubble. Bill's like, I just crossed my legs. Oh, rabbit. That sucks. Freezing rain and snow. Man.
Yeah, we're supposed to get pretty much the same thing tomorrow. It's going to suck.
Yep, Oklahoma's getting it too.
Please no precipitation tomorrow. Please
We're
no.
tired of the precipitation.
We're over
Thankfully,
it.
it's not supposed to start here until about like 7 o'clock in the evening tomorrow. So, yeah.
You guys are going to hate me because it's supposed to be in the 40s tomorrow.
Well,
That'd be a blessing.
that's what they've
Yeah.
said
Compared
for
to
where
last
we're
week.
at, but
Yeah.
we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
That's what
Well,
they've
it's
said.
also supposed to
Don't
get
believe
down
them.
to 12 degrees.
Yeah, here's the funniest thing is that we've been sitting here freezing our nuts off here. It's currently 16 degrees where I live. Feels like 6 right now.
Mhm.
And then this week it's supposed to start going up, and tomorrow it's supposed to the high 32, low 30, and then it's just supposed to be like 39, 47, 51. For the highs each day.
Yeah.
And we're just like, you know what? We're tired of it being like 16 degrees. We'll take 32. It's fine.
I'm looking at my weather app now. It says it's currently 20 degrees outside.
Mhm.
Tomorrow, not as cold with a high of 42. Well, no shit. Anything would be higher than today.
Yeah.
Yeah, at 40 degrees compared to what I've been living through the last couple of weeks, I could walk out in shorts.
Yep.
Yeah, no joke.
Yep. It's been a bit chilly. Just a
That's
bit.
why I don't walk out in shorts. It just makes it smaller than it already is.
At this point, it's almost inverted.
It's going to turn inside out.
It's an innie. It's not an outie anymore.
It's so cold the expert wore pants.
He did
That's
not.
how cold it is.
That's pretty damn cold.
He did not. You lie.
Yes, he did. I was there for it.
Oh, okay.
He actually put his pants on for you.
He
this time.
actually wore pants. Yes, he did.
Well, goddamn.
He said, I know you enjoy looking at this, but I've got to put some pants on because it's really damn cold.
Well, put some pants on. Everybody's seen that. Come on.
And that's the good thing with the geothermal heating.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my parents have geothermal. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm good. I'm good.
Nice.
Hey,
Well, aren't those called volcanoes?
Well,
yeah.
that's Iceland. I'm further south. Yeah. Yeah, they got internal heating in that village in Iceland. I saw.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's rough. That is
Yeah.
so rough.
And I saw because the houses there are not not cottages. Those are very expensive looking houses that suddenly are worthless.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so these poor people. I mean, you had these are the kind of houses you see on YouTube videos. Those were the
Well, don't
the
worry.
entire village.
It's what we call equitable redistribution.
Carl Marx.
Oh, God. I might have found a new game to play
Well, what'd you find?
called Bum Simulator.
Bum
Simulator?
Bum simulator.
That is
oh my
awesome.
God.
Experts in it. Link
Of
to it on
course he
Discord
did.
to me
Oh my God. Is that?
the other day.
Yeah.
Holy, it's on
Yeah.
Steam. Holy shit.
Oh
This
my
looks awesome.
God. This is all right. I don't
You
care.
can pull up on Steam. Yeah, it's a sandbox game. Basically, you're a bum. You can like pick up alcohol and mix it with stuff in the environment and
Oh,
like
that's
drink it
hilarious.
or throw it at cops or piss on cops. Oh my god!
Oh,
Oh, I love that.
Like
sounds lovely.
I
Yeah,
love
this
it
is-
already. I mean,
this is
come
awesome.
on.
Oh,
You have
there's
like a
my
little
order.
shopping. You have a shopping cart companion.
A shopping cart companion.
What the hell?
I can wear my bag lady sweater for that one. It'd be great.
Oh, that
Which one?
Bum
Which
Simulator.
one,
Oh.
baby? Which
I
one?
love it. They also have Bum Simulator VR.
Oh, I have a VR headset. That would be
They also
awesome.
have,
He wrote
and
on a cardboard box, on a little cardboard thing. It's like need work. AI stole my job.
coming soon. They have the True Bum Simulator.
Oh god.
Let's see
Yeah,
if we got
I'm with
awesome.
Hal. I thought Bum Simulator. Oh, that bum. Okay, that kind of bum. Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of bum.
Mm.
No, you're normally
That
going
would
to
be a
bum.
very disturbing VR experience.
Oh, it would be. That would be so bad. So
What the-
bad.
Yeah.
He like
what if
strapped like made bombs for like a bomb vest for a pigeon. To ruin it, somebody. That's what
Can
it
we
looks
just-
like. Like the
can we
pigeon was strapped. Was like threw it and it exploded.
All right.
Oh my god, you can actually walk up to like vending machines, punch them,
Yes.
and break them, and they actually will
Yeah.
dispense money.
Give me a
Yeah.
second.
Sweet.
Now I'll pull it up so everybody knows
Oh
what
my
we're
God.
talking about. And we'll save that. I've got it.
Oh, that is hilarious.
It's like he asked for money. The dude just flipped him off, so he starts kicking his ass
I
in a dumpster.
love it. I love it. All right, let me pull
Oh,
this
God.
thing up real quick. And how do I
Yeah,
get
and,
this
and
thing bigger?
if you don't want this bum simulator, I heard that you can just move to San Francisco and join the locals.
Now, if I get in
Exactly.
because
true.
Yes.
this really bad thing, I deny every god blessed bit of this bullshit. So just so you know, this is my fault. Luckily, we're not co-streaming with anybody, but here it is.
Like firecrackers
Simulator.
straight to a pigeon.
Here we go.
I don't know if there's any. Yeah, I guess there is sound.
There it is.
Ew.
Right.
Oh God.
Oh my God, this is great.
What is that?
Is
Is
that
that a
It's a-
shroom?
I think it's a shroom.
Oh, that it is
God.
true. That's pretty awesome. Did I get in trouble already? What?
Did
Pause.
you?
Well, I guess I'm gonna have to put this
Oh.
on.
Oh, VR. Hell yeah.
Flash bourbon. Need
Need money. Yeah, that's my job.
Durr.
Derp, derp.
Durga durga.
Full release.
Full release.
Low on ammo. Yeah, I would donate to that.
Uh-oh.
Oh. Bum fight.
It's paused on its own because it's taking a little while to load up. Expert, you got an invite, brother.
Oh my God, this is hilarious.
Yeah, he sent me the link for this. He's got like a turret set up, like
There it
shooting
is.
bottles.
There's pigeon, the bomb pigeon.
Yeah.
That is incredible.
Went to sleep.
Full release
There's
coming
another-
to Steam May 12th, 2023. So it's already out.
It's out. It's out. Yeah, I think there's another video. Or is that?
You know, I'll pull up the next one here.
Vandalism.
There's a perfectly good apple.
Oh,
You know,
Make
people know
food.
shopping cart. That's your
Build
base.
your base.
That's
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah,
Yeah,
grab
it is.
little stuff.
Bum power.
Like bump powers. Meet the locals.
Clown. Become a legend.
Oh my god. That's
Okay. I know what I'm streaming on Monday.
Yeah, for real, right?
Holy cow.
I'm gonna have to probably work on getting this one in VR.
Oh,
Yes.
Oh, God. Oh, Jesus. That's hilarious. Oh, they have a bundle in. What's the bundle?
with like
Bundle is Cafe Owner Simulator. I don't care about Cafe Owner Simulator.
No.
Yeah, Bum Simulator works for me. There we go. Add that thing up in there and
purchase for myself.
Hmm.
Do you want to use this credit card? No. Well, let's see. It says the expert credit card purchase. Got it.
You got that one too? Great.
Yes. It is one of the what they call.
I thought that was exclusive.
No, it's a white card. It's not a black card because you get the black card. It's unlimited spending. This one's a white card where you're sort of limited on how much you can spend.
True.
Gotcha. Yeah.
It looks like Capital One, but trust me, it is a white card.
I think it's Diners Club.
Diners Club. Oh my God. Remember those? Oh my
Who loves you, baby?
I love you, baby.
Damn it! Now I really want to play Robo Recall.
Oh man,
That's a fun VR game. If you ever want to, like, look up a trailer for that game. That's fun.
My high-rise cardboard condo. You can open the flap and watch cops.
Or if you know some of the folks that I know, it's not that difficult. Just a cops sometimes happens when you least expect it.
Yeah, it ends
That's
up
a
being
funny story.
It doesn't that end up being like a whatever you say. How is it? It's like a real live action role playing game.
So, yeah, funny story. My dad, one of his best friends from high school, he moved into like Indianapolis, and it was an area before it got gentrified and whatnot. It was they colloquially referred to it as the demilitarized zone. By cool game.
Oh, that's pretty bad.
Yeah, I think he joked that at any given time you could look down either side of the street and see all 10 commandments being broken at any given time. And so one night
That sounds like
a YouTube video.
So one time they were hanging out, and this is like in the mid to early 90s. They were just, hanging out, knocking back a few beers, watching TV, and then all of a sudden, came on with cops, and they're watching, and like, wait a minute, like that. Oh, this is in Indianapolis. Oh, okay, cool. And they're like watching, and it's like, hey, this area that they're patrolling looks really familiar. Oh, hey, look, they're chasing a suspect. Hey, isn't that your motorcycle? And it's the motorcycle that he had been working on for years, leaned up against the house. They cornered this guy there in this carport. He had no idea it ever happened.
Oh, jeez.
And there's they're like all standing out there, like nabbing this guy live on cops. And he's like right there at this guy's house. I'm just like, oh my God.
Wow.
Yeah, he didn't he moved out of that area pretty quick after that.
Oh goodness.
So what do you got going on, Kaiser? What do you got coming up?
So I am working on finalizing, getting a few things cleaned up here at my office, so that way I can start doing like model and painting streams again. And other than that, this week I know that we are going to be doing Edge of Reality, and probably going to be finally getting around to talking about the Miami situation. And then, yeah, other than that, I've just got my usual videos, which I've got to go make one as soon as this show's over. And then we'll kind of keep things informed as they go.
Nice.
Oh, look, it's my favorite bum.
I came here for a 40 and some fentanyl.
You came to the right place, man. Somebody's got some of that, I'm sure.
Just reach up. It's on the shelf just above you.
Yeah, we just call that the 404 file not found. 40 and 4 of the fentanyls, and then you're not going to be found again.
Oh, son. A long time ago, we got derailed about the time we start talking about thing on Space Odyssey horror show.
I think horror
show
thing.
A horror show, man. I missed that.
Yes.
Why this Texas gin? I wonder where she was.
So we were trying to make
been
the
hanging
decision
out with us.
whether we were going to do supernatural horror, whether we were going to do what was the other one, gothic horror, or
Yeah.
we were going to do
Survivor horror.
survivor horror.
Horror.
That's what
How
I
many
said.
horrors?
Horror.
I cannot be
How
the
many
only person
different
that hears
horrors
this.
can you get?
Out of the three, I'll say believe it or not, the gothic is the safest.
Yeah.
You think
Excellent.
the gothic horror is the best? Well, they chose supernatural horror.
Yeah, because they can't. You get rid of them by being prepped.
Isn't horror a bit
Oh,
by
you gotta put a little
definition
product in your hair.
supernatural?
They're gone.
Is what? What was that?
Horror, isn't that technically supernatural in itself?
Not necessarily.
Oh.
No, because you have like your gothic horror, which is going to be, the like little girls all dressed in black and stuff like that.
Yeah, like serial killers. It's not
Yeah.
necessarily
Emo.
supernatural.
Horror. Okay.
Emo horror,
I said
where
horror.
the... No,
No,
I'm not
it's
going
study.
there.
Horror.
Yeah, like no, it's
I know
the
girl
gothic
named
Emo
horror.
horror must be a slasher.
Gothic horror is more like Frankenstein and stuff like that. That's like your gothic horror.
Yeah.
Bram Stoker, darling. Yeah.
Yeah, that's like your
Yeah.
gothic horror.
You ever been with a hoarder in the parking garage?
Never been caught with my pants down. That's for damn sure.
Oh,
Not for lack of trying.
but I know somebody who has.
Raise your hands if you've ever crawled out of a place on your hands and knees so you didn't get spotted.
My hand's up. It's up.
Yes, that's happened. Yeah,
Ooh.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh.
I wasn't always an angel.
Let-
Hey, Nick, how's it going? You're the only person I don't think I've seen today.
Say what?
You're the only person I haven't seen today. How you doing?
It's tomorrow here. So we still haven't met today.
Yeah, but you won't tell me those lotto numbers, will you?
No.
No.
I'm planning on winning. That's why I'm still here.
He just has to fly around faster to get here. So
Yeah, I
he knows
mean,
the
I do
numbers.
the Superman around the world.
Mhm.
If I could turn back time, why save the broad when you can play the lotto and get a lot more broads?
Yeah, I never understood that song. If you could turn back time, so you would go and make the same damn mistake you did before, except you would
But
just.
some mistakes are really fun.
Greg Allman is not a mistake.
Yeah, some of them are fun.
Yeah. Some mistakes you do over and over again because it's fun.
I would think that Greg Allman would disagree that maybe it was a mistake with sure. You might go, if I could turn back time, I don't know, kick them, down on my way. I've worked on Greg Allman's keyboard before. His B3. It's pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah. Good people. Good people.
I saw him in concert. Saw Allman Brothers.
Mhm.
Good concert. Government Mule opened up. Go figure.
Yeah, this is the bass player for Government Mule. I forget his
Warren
name.
Haynes.
Yeah, Warren Haynes was sitting outside the was it the Fox? No, not the Fox. It's the one in Buckhead. It's not the Fox. The Roxy. He was sitting out, he was walking outside the Roxy. He comes walking out, and I knew Government Mule was playing that night, but I had other things that I was doing, and I come walking by, and I was just like, wait, you're the bass player for Government Mule? And he was just like, yeah, you know where you can get any weed?
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay, I gotcha. No, I don't. Got sheriff
was awesome.
Well, some people get sheriff stuck in their head. Some people get sheriff stuck in the toilet.
Mm.
Oh God.
That's where she should remain.
There's a video called Half Breed. It's amazing.
Yes.
Share.
I know what you're talking about.
Isn't Cher trying to get her own kid under guardianship?
Yes.
No, it's Greg
So-
Allman's kid.
Oh,
Blue.
Yeah.
Blue Almond.
Cher and Greg Allman have kids together?
No, they're
Or
married for
whatever
years.
his name is.
Yeah.
Oh, didn't know that.
Isn't she
Yeah,
80?
that's the. I mean,
She left Sunny
good
for him.
parenting when you 50 years
Yeah.
later says, I failed so hard, I need guardianship.
I don't know. She leaves a trail of dead bodies behind her. Look what happened to
Yeah.
Sonny. He
Poor
dumped himself
Sonny.
into a tree, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he had who's that chick from California?
Oh, that's true.
I mean, what chick is it from California that
Yeah, but his
Yeah,
wife,
man.
she took over his congressional seat.
Oh, that's right.
She's pretty
I forgot who that
attractive.
was.
God. Yeah. So crazy.
Okay. So she's 77.
Jeez.
Cher.
Yeah.
She doesn't look
Yeah,
a day over it.
so is Dolly Parton, and they don't look
I was
Well,
gonna
see,
say,
No.
so,
like complete
there
opposites.
you go.
Thing.
Have a-
See, most of
have a-
Cher is under the age of 20 anyway.
Because someone,
Every model.
She's still under warranty.
because someone stepped on the back of her head and stapled her scalp together. That's all that matters. They just
No, I'm quite sure Dolly has had work done as well, but
You think?
yeah.
I mean,
No.
as she said some 50 years ago, it takes a lot of effort to look this cheap.
Yeah.
It costs a lot of
Yeah.
money to look this cheap.
Yes. Yes.
Mhm.
Lucky for me, I don't have to make an effort.
Yep.
Ta-da!
What you get? Left Cher, they met a tall tree.
I thought Cher left Sunny.
No, I think it was a cordial dispute if they just didn't like each other.
Yeah.
Well, he made her famous.
He
right?
left and then met a tall tree.
Well, yeah, but I don't know if he made her famous or her skills. And,
Ike made
oh no,
Kim
that's
famous,
Kamala.
right?
I'm sorry, I forgot.
That's somebody else.
Ah,
Yeah, she's like a slug. She leaves a trail.
Oh.
Uh,
Zombies. That is real.
Mm.
Yes.
What's the last time you listened to some Cher?
Some Cher.
Yeah,
Just about 30
she's a-
seconds ago, about 2 minutes ago, you guys were singing. If I could
We're
do
singing
that,
it.
Well, I mean, besides that,
I would
what's
slap
that
you
song?
in the face.
Wasn't that in a movie? That song?
Beat my hand.
Probably.
I'm sure it was.
How many of the Navy crew in the video do you think she insufflated?
Encephalated.
Encephalated?
Syphilis.
Syphilited.
syphilitic.
Well, probably.
Syphilis.
I would say probably none of them because I think they were all just like, I think I'm gonna just wrap that bad boy up there and just.
I don't know, man. I know some Navy
Don't do
dudes.
They go port to port, so
Did you say pork to pork?
they go port to port.
Oh,
Port to port.
yeah.
yeah, man. That's
They might go pork to pork too.
yeah.
My grandfather on my mother's
It's
side
a-
was a sailor, and on his funeral, we discovered I have way more cousins than I thought I had.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's and it's also amazing that the Navy, they started using powdered soap because they figured it'd take longer to pick up.
Oh, God.
Hey, Yamaha's here. Yamaha, what's the difference between Navy and the Marine when it comes to picking up chicks? Navy guy looks for a heartbeat. Marines don't care, man. They don't care.
He's like, Jesus, this panel got you.
Marine knows it's female.
Oh.
Oh, Yamaha said, Pack's better.
Ew.
True.
Oh.
Porthole to porthole.
Are there
I don't know.
any good army jokes? That's the one we need.
Yeah, there's always good army jokes. Except, none of them survive long enough. Oh no, that's Marines. I'm sorry.
Whether it's warm or not.
Well, let me go ahead and go to the internet.
Navy still
Oh, yeah.
has the biggest guns.
Oh.
12 best army jokes online. 1. Acronyms at their best. Army, a recruiter misled you.
That could apply to all of them.
Yeah,
all
that
of
could
them.
apply to all of them.
2. This low blow it's on the ground. Here we go. Say, what do you call kids in the military? Infantry. What do you call a soldier who survived mustard gas and pepper spray? A seasoned veteran.
Dad.
Dad.
Oh, there's a bunch of these.
Oh, I
As a
love
group
it.
of soldiers stood in formation at an army base, the drill sergeant said, "All right, all you idiots, fall out." As the rest of the squad wandered away, one soldier remained at attention. The drill instructor walked over until he was eye to eye with him. The soldier smiled and said, "Sure were a lot of them, huh, sir?"
Navy has to have bigger guns. They can't hit shit.
Yeah, they're
Oh,
just
they're
over
shit-
here busy,
shit they
you know,
wouldn't go
dropping
with.
spicy Volvos on people.
It wouldn't be drill instructor in the army though. Still be drill
That's just the
sergeant.
joke. That's just the way the joke is written. So I'm very much,
Written by a civilian.
yeah.
Well, no, they would still call
Democrat.
them instructors, which is
They're drill sergeants. No, they're drill sergeants in the army.
Our-
Marines
ours
would
were-
call them drill instructors.
Ours were called drill instructors.
Oh, well, hold on. My wife said that she dealt with drill sergeants. So
Yeah, I mean, there were drill. They went by both. They call themselves drill instructors. Whenever I was there, I was like, okay,
So the
drill
army goes
instructor.
both ways.
I think so. They go
Ladder.
left, they go right, they go left, they go right, left, right, left, left. I was like, why do you keep saying left? I want to go right. And they're just like left, 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 right. Well, left. Why? Why you gotta say it 3 times? Why? So confusing. Of course, the best part about being in the army is whenever they have you dig a hole, they have you fill that hole and then dig it again somewhere else. It's wonderful. I love it. I learned how to dig holes in the army. Didn't really do much good except I learned how to dig fucking holes.
I did. My wife got the. She was doing EOD, and she volunteered to dig the hole, so she got to blow the shit up.
That's awesome.
Oh, fun.
You're like, hey, you dig the hole, all right? So she got to blow stuff up.
Yeah, one of my
Your wife just became an even bigger badass by the fact you're
She's
telling
awesome.
me your
I've got
wife was in EOD.
Yes, what's she doing this 4th of July, by the way?
And I have a picture of her cleaning out an M249.
Nice.
Det cord and spicy Play-Doh.
Sweet.
Yeah,
So, what's she doing this 4th of July? The question just repeats itself.
Well, the drill sergeant that I had, he was infantry and he was EOD, and he was saying, well, he was the only one that survived out of his squad during EOD training because someone set the explosion off just a little bit too early.
Oh, jeez.
He was like, yeah, they all just sort of disappeared. He goes, if
Oh,
you've ever
dear.
seen what happens to a body whenever it gets hit by a severe concussion, where you set it up to explode and it doesn't blow things up, it actually just shatters everything. Well, whenever you do that to a body, it makes a really bad mess.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, this is the guy that took the wall, and everybody's doing the little jump down the wall, and he just turned around and went face down, went down the side of it. I was like, yeah, he's bad.
Yeah.
Gutter's Pub. I've
Dog
heard
might bite.
that one before.
2 Marines are walking down the street, and one of them spots a dog licking himself, and one Marine says to the other, man, I wish I could do that. To which the other Marine replies, no, you had better not. That dog might bite your face off. And the Navy man walked up and said, that's okay.
I got it.
Here, let me show you.
Let me show you.
You guys
Let's
ever
go's
heard the
going to get
paratrooper
tag
joke?
teamed in Tennessee.
Ooh.
You ever heard the paratrooper one? That's a good one.
I'm not
Okay,
saying
I have-
anything. I'm gonna get. I want to make it through the year.
Oh yeah.
Australian Repel is fun. Yes, it is.
Was that you go up the wall?
No, that's where
Upside
you
down?
run face down.
You go down.
Well, it was Australian. I figured it was backwards.
Because you're upside
Well,
down.
it is.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because
you're upside
most of the time they're doing like this little.
You're
jump
repel.
off
No, most of the
wall.
time when you repel, you're facing up.
Yes. Yeah, these
See
guys
Australia
face
when
down.
you're facing down.
Going face first instead of feet first.
Yeah, dude just like ran down the side of the wall, and then of course he hits the ground and just takes off walking.
Yeah.
It's like
Right.
no stopping. It was like, wow, I want to do that right now. That's so cool.
I am going to bid you all farewell.
You're gonna go run
Yes.
down the wall.
Dictionary Diva, you
Bye.
have a wonderful evening. Thank you again for joining us. And
Well, it's always fun.
yes, we
I
have
enjoy.
a great time. And of course, you are more than welcome back again next week, and we are going to do more of this. And hopefully I have the story written. They haven't cut it out my office by then.
When are y'all getting bum fights? Are y'all gonna start playing that? I'll watch that.
I might do
It
bum
doesn't.
fight.
They'll make it for Mac.
Dude, I could go down the Exxon and get that.
Yeah, there's.
Yeah,
I don't
I
need
know,
a
but
video
you
game.
won't video it.
We
You
could.
didn't ask me.
We could.
Well,
do
It's not multiplayer.
Yeah.
But it could be MG if you just
could
come
be.
on over here and we can make it multiplayer.
Mhm.
You know,
Good
the
night,
best
y'all.
part, Night Diva.
Bye.
The best part about having a
Bye, Diva.
multiplayer bum fight is it ends up being looking like WWE except on alcohol.
Meth.
Well,
Yeah. I need to bow out too. I need to prepare for work.
Yeah.
Sadly.
Good night, boys. I'll see y'all later.
Well,
Night.
this is boring.
Bye bye.
what's
Bye,
boring?
guys. Glad you guys see me.
And then
Now
number
it's
four.
just just like a sausage party. It just got all weird in here. So
Yeah.
I'll have to make
Yeah,
it.
I don't have a stream set up, so but
Give them
if
about
people want
15
me to
more
stream, I will.
seconds, and then we can start talking about them.
We can talk about anything you want to. Up until about 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, and then I've got to rock on out of here. But
I want to do another. I want to do the Ethan Van Sciver part 2. You read the second July book.
did he?
I want to do that, but I'm like, gosh, man, it's like 10:30
boy.
already. It'll be like an hour worth.
That's
Just
you
him.
can do that. You can do that.
Yeah, but we're gonna be 42 degrees tomorrow. I'm so excited.
Man, do you believe them?
It's not going to
Or
last
do you
long.
think they're playing with you? That it'll get 42 degrees, just long enough to melt all the snow and turn it into this wet, icy spot, and then it's just black ice everywhere.
Yep.
I'm sorry, I'm crapping on your parade.
I'm itching, dude. I'm itching. I gotta get out of the house. I'm itching. So itchy. So itchy.
Yeah, I had a little bit of a blow up this afternoon about that. It's just kind of like I'm getting freaking tired of all this, like being stuck in the house. God damn it!
Yeah,
I
it's
thought
too
snow
damn
didn't
cold
bother
to do
you
anything.
guys.
You lock yourself up in the house because it's too cold outside long enough. You still
Yeah, you can't go
like
outside and
crazy.
do anything. It's not the snow.
You go outside and
It's
it's pain.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's just pain. That's all. You just walk outside and your skin hurts. So
Do you still get mail?
yeah, we do. I just
We haven't had mail in a
usually let
week.
it pile up a couple of days.
I've got 11 Amazon packages that are due tomorrow from 9 days of no deliveries.
Oh.
Yeah,
Hell,
it
our
sucks.
Amazon still delivered in this stuff the other day.
It's not Amazon.
it's
Amazon,
snow.
where I am, Amazon contracts with the Postal Service, and the
Yeah.
United States Postal Service will not deliver in the snow.
Well, it's because they
Well, ours
can't get the
did.
LLVs through the snow.
Ours delivered.
Oh, they don't hear. They
No.
got too scared.
Yep.
So that sucks. But
What F is a 529 area code?
Tucson, Arizona. No, it's not. Major cities. No, what's the 529? There's not a 529 area code. There's
It's
not a
probably
529. There's a 539, which is in Tulsa. There's a
He's doing
519,
529.
which is in Ontario, Canada. But there's not a 529 area code. There's not. I'm looking at Google right now.
Yeah.
8,
Says
6, 7,
Tulsa.
4, 5, 2, 9.
No, 539 is Tulsa.
Oh, yes. Yeah, 529.
529 is nothing.
Well, that's awesome. I love to hear that. Gonna get
Yamaha,
slammed
did you get a kerosene?
I don't
That's what
know.
we all need. Kerosene heaters.
We used to use those in the shop. It's
They're
really
great,
awesome whenever they run low, because then they just put out this big, huge cloud of smoke. Just goes,
Big old salamander.
Bitch. Yeah, they
like
tried it. In that shop, they were just like, "Oh, it's your turn to pick up kerosene." I was like, "I'll just sit in this car and turn on the heat." It's like I'm not taking my car up to the store. My car that is less than a year old, and loading up 2 5-gallon jugs of kerosene in it. It's like, you have fun. It's like, see you later. I was like, I'll just sit in the car and warm my hands up and then go back to work. It's like, I'm not playing that crap. They're like, well, you can't use the heater. And I was like, don't give a shit. It's like, geez, man. It gets cold enough, I just won't show up. How's that?
Yeah, it sucks. I hate this. I hate it all.
Yep.
Yeah. Absolutely killing me. And it's like, I've got this, got like a little room heater. I'm carrying this thing around with me now at this point. So like whatever room I'm in, I plug in this heater. It does great. It heats the room up. I don't have enough. I just got one of them. And I don't even know why I got it. But anyway, it just sucks.
That's very good. You're upgrading to a natural gas fireplace and a triple fuel generator. Worrying about getting out through the fuel taught you a lesson. Yeah, but you're slapped in the face. Yeah. Tri-fuel. Yeah, I understood it was tri-fuel. See, we've got a dual fuel generator that powers up only half our house because, well, it's really damn small, and I only need it for the coffee maker in the fridge.
Yeah,
it's just like everything else.
Gas stove?
Yes, gas stove. We have a natural gas fireplace. Like, wife wanted to fire that up tonight, so because she can't use the basement anymore right now to do her yoga, which was fine by me because while I'm making dinner, I just watch my wife like
do yoga.
It's like, this is a good.
You burned dinner, didn't you?
Only slightly, but it still turned out good. I mean,
oh my gosh.
Dinner was good though. Made a nice little shepherd's pie. Sit in front of the fireplace with the wife, and yeah, it was nice. It's nice. That's the only reason I like the cold. What was that, Kaiser?
It's way fancier than my dinner.
What did you do for dinner, Kaiser?
I just made some burgers. My in-laws had gotten us like a whole big case of like meats from Omaha Steaks as a Christmas present.
Oh, sweet.
And they had like a whole pack of like 8 like burgers in there. And I realized too late that I'm like, I don't have time to like form these, and like I really don't have time to grab like some regular ground beef, like form it to patties, cool it and properly spice it and everything. And I went, wait a minute, because these are all already frozen. And I'm like, yeah, you know what? Throw them in the sous vide and see what happens. So threw them in the sous vide, cooked them up, and by God, they actually came out really nice, and was able to pull them out, spice them properly, and then throw them onto my stove. I had a pan with some Wagyu beef tallow, just sitting there ripping hot, and then just put like a second pan on top of it to kind of smash them down, get that nice crust for that Maillard reaction. Give them a little bit of that smash burger crust. It was amazing.
Did you say you took it out and then seasoned it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Put the seasoning in the bag.
Well, that was the thing. They were already pre-sealed from the factory. I didn't actually.
I didn't hear that part. Yeah, I did that. What did I put in?
Yeah. Otherwise, yeah, I would have just made burgers.
You should
by
take
making
any
my own
stickers
patties.
off, by the way, if you do that. Like sometimes,
What?
like if you get like I don't know, some from the store that has stickers on it, price tags. Don't be sure to take those off. I did it.
Oh yeah,
I did it. Yamaha, you need to invest in a thermal scope.
Oh, that'd
They're
be
getting
fun.
cheap.
Yeah, as technology gets better, anyway, yeah, they're gonna come down in price.
You can get them real cheap.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
don't have to do the nice ones. You don't have to do the military ones.
no.
Digital night vision that's coming from China right now is phenomenal. Something so bad just to see what's running around in the,
Yeah.
Well, you saw the spy bird that America's building that China discovered, right?
No.
Oh, you haven't
What?
seen this?
I mean, I know that all birds are government drones.
Well, this one is, these in particular, they track the Chinaman, and they put little lasers on their houses as they're reading the little red book.
Fortune cookies. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's awesome. I was like, man, I want to get me one of these. Send it over to the China. What did you guys say? Oh, dude, that's cold.
Love you, Yamaha. I love you, brother.
That's so cold. Where is it? Bookmarks. Yeah, the little
What's
China
happening? Let's go.
It's pretty cool.
Are we making fun of Let's Go for not having thermal?
Oh, he's like, not this shit again. He's seen
Let's
it
Go needs
before.
thermal.
Give me a second. Let me pull this. And we'll leave out the Chinese language out of it. Present share screen. So here we go.
I don't speak it.
It's pretty cool. So check this out. What does that look like? It looks like one of them flying rats.
A duck.
Pigeons.
它的内部装有爆炸装置，威力堪比一颗小型的核武器。它旁边是一支军用级别的芯片。
Look at that. See? They're putting it all together. It's got little air
Turbine
coolers on
engine
it.
in there.
And it's got the American flag on it. And it's got that huge camera in the chest.
It's a big camera.
And it sits
It's
up.
American flag.
Yep. It sits up there. It's got a little radar satellite dish up in its skull. And it's watching you. It's watching you as you're being good Chinaman reading Red Book. Look what happened. Beep, 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 beep. Contacts at a satellite, and it is space lasers. And these people here, you can't get to me because I'm behind a firewall. Beep, 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 beep. And then, of course, what happens? Chinaman gone.
Space laser.
Only victim's car survived.
Was it a blue car?
No, but there's the bird. See the bird? There's the bird. It's awesome, isn't it? I was so impressed. I was like, I want to get me one of these. But better yet, it's this guy right here.
It is fuel leakage.
So this guy right here is skilled. This guy right here is so fucking skilled. I was so impressed. Check him out.
Hey, you want to make a bit of money? You should do what I did. Get into farming. See this? I got this selling corn. Comes out of the fucking ground. I couldn't believe it. You see that? It's made of chicken. It's actually made of chicken. You kill it, you got free chicken. You can sell it to people. Or don't kill it. Fucking eggs come out of their arses. Canal. No sheep. Bit woolly. It's
When they get
wool.
woolly.
Pull it off, sell it. Fucking grows back again. You cannot lose. Brilliant. Don't even need an alarm clock. Unbelievable. It's only 5 in the morning, and I'm right where I work. And And while the other poor sod's struggling in on the tube, I'm going to go and get some milk out of a cow. Who's a jammy bastard?
Come on, that's good. That's good.
That's great.
Look at this corn. It comes out of the ground.
Comes out of the fucking ground.
I see now. So the crap in my car is just fuel leakage. I love it. I love it. Damn, Brandon. Well, I'm gonna close this down unless somebody's got another stream they want to fire up.
I've got to go record a video before I go to bed tonight, so I gotta.
Yeah,
I'm supposed to do a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I've got a few things I've got to do before I shut it down tonight. Get my stories for mañana. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. I'm gonna have a good time in the morning. And of course, MG will be waking up as I'm finishing up my stream and crawling to his cold car so he can drive halfway across.
He'll be skating to my cold car.
Oh, jeez.
You have court tomorrow?
No,
No,
I don't. I'm in the office tomorrow, but if I can get there.
Is it that bad?
Yeah.
I wish. Yeah, it's supposed to be. Oklahoma's getting ice tonight.
Oh,
It's freezing rain right now. So.
Oh, dude, no, that sucks.
Yeah.
Is that this way? Don't do this.
Always. We just get it a day or two ahead of you.
I thought the Mississippi River is supposed to stop that stuff.
No.
Damn it. My Mississippi ain't all that mighty anymore. Let me down.
Yeah.
Let me down.
Good at flooding things over. But here we go. Night, y'all.
Texas Jen's still here. Texas Jen, why don't
I guess she's going to bed.
I'll just start a stream. She's not going to bed. She's got like 5 more hours.
Let's go. I can go longer than another hour, but I don't have a stream set up, and
what is?
I don't know what I'm going to cover. What I would cover.
What's the latest murder mystery?
Jesus, murder mystery.
Yeah, what happened with Soto, Sarasota Soto, whatever?
I have no idea.
Jen.
Oh,
she does. Yeah, she does. When is Brian Koberger? When's his deal? How long has that been pushed off?
Brian Koberger, has it been pushed off again?
No, it's been over a year, man. Can you believe that?
I would imagine it would be.
Like he's going to be in jail 5 years before they ever have trial.
Yeah, pretty much.
And then it's going to be like, what are we even having trial for?
Yeah. Because as far as I can tell, they don't have any on them. She's good for another hour.
They have
3.
What I've seen is it still goes back to the spec of DNA evidence that is on a knife sheath and that they found underneath. Yeah. And
it's touch DNA, which means it could have gotten there by just about any means.
I didn't know that part.
Yeah. It's touch DNA. So I mean it's nothing. I say he could have been there. He could have been in, touched the same desk as someone in school, and that his DNA get on that, because every time you touch something, you leave traces behind, and then that person who actually carried it out had touched the sheath in his, that's touch DNA.
Oh well. So you got that, and then you had that roommate that said, she saw a guy with bushy eyebrows, right? And what was it the other day? I was watching something, or I was reading Reddit, and it talked about her, and said something about there was the chicks that lived, they were they were so wasted, someone tried to say, that like they couldn't well, yeah, I mean,
that's not the sharing of the knife. That's not how the DNA got there. You could, touch the same door handle as someone, and you can get some of their touch DNA on you from touching that door handle, and then you grab the sheath, and you're the one that carries it out, but someone else's DNA gets left on It happens.
That's why I wear gloves.
But
You know,
here's the
the
thing.
hypochondriacs in our chat are suddenly going to be washing their hands and like sanitizing everything. from
Well,
now
but
on.
see, here this raises a curious question. Okay, they found touch DNA. It was his touch DNA, but is that the only DNA that they found on there? Because you would figure that if somebody else
You would
had
think.
their DNA on there, that would show up on that sheath also, besides just his.
That's just what was released early on. And I mean, I haven't seen, I would think that there's something big that's come out, you know, that it would be talked about everywhere. But what was it? Somebody said something in Reddit, and it was, they made a point that I've heard 100 times. It was like, oh, well, the girls were so drunk, you know, they didn't know, you know, they called their friends instead of calling the police or whatever was next day. It hit me for the first time. I was like, well, they were that drunk. Okay. Then how does she know that she saw somebody with bushy eyebrows?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I don't know who I see the night before. I mean, I couldn't remember if I was on a stream the other day.
I mean, what if it wasn't even a guy she saw with bushy eyebrows? It could have been a woman.
She described Gonzo from Muppets.
Yes,
she did it to a T. But yeah, it takes Jen, so he's going to get off. There'd be so much more DNA evidence in that house and elsewhere. That's just what they've got. Let the public know now. Yeah, and the timeline's really weird. But I'll tell you what, if you go over and you get into the true crime stuff, oh man, dude, they do not want to hear any of that. So it kind of sucks.
Yeah,
We're the ones all sitting here doubting everything, right? Like picking it apart. And everybody else is like, oh, it's so, you know, this
inclusive,
is such a truth.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but see, I don't know their investigation because I'm sure that they've got stuff that they're not going to tell the general population just in case they may not have the right guy. They don't want to give away all of their cards. So
Yeah.
that's where it becomes really touchy on that. Or maybe they're just incompetent, you know, investigators. We've seen that before.
I like Texas Jen here says, I think he did it, but I think the investigation was crap. Well, that right there is something I've never heard anybody say in a true crime deal, which I really like that. You know, think about it. It's like, okay, like John Benet Ramsey. Could you imagine if that case happened tonight? You know,
Please don't. That's so creepy.
Yeah, could you imagine? Do you know that they have like a dozen people every year admit to killing John Benet?
Yeah.
And it's weirdos.
We have a dozen people a year that used to be locked up in loony bins that thought they were Napoleon. Nothing like having a room full of Napoleons. How does that work out?
Yeah. Is he a weirdo? Yes. Does he make him a murderer? Maybe, maybe not.
Yeah. It's like filling out a FOIA, and they'll let you know what they think you need to know. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, kind of like when what was it? The JFK stuff got released a few years ago, and at the same time they just released with it the Martin Luther King files.
Yeah,
that was the best thing ever.
You're like, damn.
It's like, okay, well, this is cool.
And then the FBI came out. What was it, last week? What was it? Yeah, it was on Martin Luther King Day, and they were just like, oh, we stand with Martin Luther King. It's just like, yeah, he's not feeling that way.
You guys are the one that cacked him.
Yeah, he had a lot of not bad stuff going on.
Yeah.
So
I'm looking forward.
You know, supposedly there was a communist camp in Tennessee he went to, which is weird.
Who?
Martin Luther King Jr.
Well, yeah.
Who didn't go to one of those in like that time period? Like all the movers and shakers and shit.
Yeah, but it's weird because I never heard about it until that stuff got released. I'm like, oh, there's a training camp in Tennessee.
Yeah, I've heard some stories about Martin Luther King. Not that it doesn't make what he was saying bad, but he was a little bit like Al Sharpton. He would get some some crap stirred up in local towns and show up as stuff was boiling over and ready to sort of raise a ruckus, and then would just disappear and leave people sort of hanging in the lurch. That's what what I heard.
Yeah, the stuff in Memphis was kind of weird, but he gets overshadowed from his assassination. I mean, that was not. It was. I don't know. It's a weird time. Like I said, like imagine any of that stuff happening now. I mean, it'd be YouTube to death. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I hate to do it, guys, but I need to go ahead and go record for tomorrow.
What are you recording? What are you talking about tomorrow? Anything good? Anything we can steal?
Yeah, well, you'll just have to find out tomorrow when it goes live at 8 a.m.
I
Eastern.
won't see it.
Nice, brother.
Smith & Wesson's releasing their new whatever it is tomorrow at 8 a.m. Just letting you know you got some competition there. Smith & Wesson.
Smith & Wesson.
Big deal, man.
Well, they've been making the same damn thing for 100 years now?
They're bringing something back.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be nice.
Unless it's the Model 29, I don't give a shit.
Do what?
Unless they're bringing back the Model 29 in its original configuration, I don't give a shit.
You can still get it. You can still get the 29.
Yeah.
But the people are hoping for a Schofield. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
I love cowboy stuff, man.
Yeah, but would they chamber it in the original 44 or the 44 Schofield, or would they chamber it actually in 45 Colt or something like that? It's a bit more pedestrian these days.
They just used blackout round.
Yeah.
Like, screw this, man. We're going whole hog.
All right. Well, anyway, guys, thank you. See y'all, and I will.
Kaiser, have fun.
Thank you. Have a good night, y'all.
Man. Good night. It's just the three of us.
Isn't that a song?
The three of us.
No, it's just the two of us. But,
well. Well,
you can make it, you and I, just the two of us. You and I.
Don't buy into it, Kaiser.
You can have for a ration too.
Yeah.
All right. See you.
Is there is there anything else crazy that hasn't been figured out yet?
Everything's crazy.
Is DeSantis, was that really him in a bar? Did you guys see that?
I have not seen that yet. I was looking for it and I never saw it. It's like, damn it. 21st. I was hoping there would be something that came across there. I can always look and see what everybody screamed about on Twitter. It's funny because my feed on Twitter is different than everybody else's. Isn't that weird?
You look at normal stuff.
I guess.
I'm just get stuff off my phone.
How do you get stuff off your phone? I mean, I don't know. That's smart. Everybody has that weird thing. What do we got going on here? So what happened on the Twitter portion of it? Yeah, see, I get some. Oh, I can't show that. That'll get me in trouble. That's not YouTube friendly. Damn it. Why do women feel like they talk about sexism and then they go wearing no clothes and paint their bodies? It's weird.
Do what? We're painting bodies?
Yeah. I don't know. I can't even tell what they're protesting because they're like, just all I see is titties.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, where's
like,
that?
Or is it not? Is it like?
No, it's straight up, and it's not all of them are bad titties either. Some of them are pretty damn fine little titties. There you go. I'll put it in private chat if you want to look at titties. Just saying. I'm not going to show it, but there you go. There you go. Titties. Somebody says, "Do you know? Does anybody know what they're protesting?" It's just like
doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. We're looking at boobs. Oh man. So what have we got? Ooh, someone said, who had one of these and they post up the green machine? Yeah.
This doesn't work.
Texas Jen can't show.
What?
Can't show it, Texas Jen.
No, I cannot show it. Trust me, that will
No.
get me removed really quick off of the YouTubes.
I feel like I'm missing a lot
It's
right now.
news.
It's in a private chat. I can't show it.
Yeah, but I'm trying to find this stupid. How do I get to my stupid? So mad right now.
I'm not even going to bother showing that either. See, that's so screwed
You're
up. I
not.
can't. There's certain things I just can't even show.
Portraits. Do screenshots. Why is this not working?
I don't know.
I hate this so bad.
When news
Why can I
says,
not get my stupid? Okay, photos. Donald's iPhone is using iCloud Photos. You can access every photo and video you take from any device. To sync photos from this Mac, turn off iCloud Photos.
did you know that Reese's put out pink hearts?
Pink hearts.
Yep. I'll show it here. Let me pull it up. Present, share screen. I can actually show this one. See, Reese's, pink heart, peanut butter, and robed in pink cream.
Okay.
That's what it looks like. Pink hearts. That was for you, Texas.
I'm not looking at it. I missed it.
Oh, you didn't see it? You missed it? Do I need to show it to you again? All right. There you go, expert, for you. So pink hearts.
Looks like a tongue.
No.
Peanut butter enrobed in pink cream.
That's weird. I don't want to do that. I want to do this.
Oh, this is so cool. We'll have to ask Baker about this one. Share screen. There you go. Denmark bans burqa, tells Muslims to adjust their culture, face legal consequences, or leave the country. That's true.
Okay.
I don't think
I
that's
saw
true.
these chicks earlier. That's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing. Nothing fun.
No.
Well, I mean,
What is this?
No, dude, that's horrible. That's horrible. Oh. I'll show a picture and you tell me what you think.
Well, that's not. Oh, is that Nikki?
Yeah.
oh,
You know, that comes on the tail of.
Not a lot of bad stuff.
Well, no, it comes on the tail of what she was saying earlier. And what was it? Because I was reading it, I was like, all right. She said, Nikki Haley complains about how hard it was to grow up in Deep South as a brown girl.
yeah. Huh.
That was Nikki. That was a picture of Nikki Haley. Or were they talking about her teeth? Because her teeth look yellow.
She's not. You can't even mistake her for like a Southern European, like an Italian or anything. She's not that dark.
No, she's not that dark at all. I mean, she just looks like a bad version of a transvestite. That's all she looks like. Sorry, I'm not impressed. I think her voice is.
Did you hear that she like had like multiple affairs?
What?
Isn't that crazy?
I don't doubt that.
I saw some post on some meme on Twitter making fun of her.
Well, that's not hard to do.
Well, about that.
So mad.
I think it was like when her husband was deployed.
Oh,
yeah, she like
she does support her
dudes.
military though. She does support the military.
Well, she supports something.
I bet she does.
Nikki Haley.
She's like a mattress.
Texas Jen, you're not being vocal at all. You're not talking to us.
She's on mute.
She's horrible.
She's just in chat, so you're not being vocal.
She mutes herself all the time.
Stop sticking up.
Am I being too vocal? No. You're actually welcome on here anytime, Texas Jen, and you can say your opinions if you want. You could hide under a moniker if you wanted to.
Be cool. I cannot believe I have to resave a photo I've already saved. Where's that going now?
Moral mattress is a thing. Yeah, moral mattress is a thing. There's a lot of people that are just like, oh, she's gonna be so great if she gets in there. I'm like,
no, she's not.
Who? Nikki?
Yeah, I've heard a couple. Most of it seems to be coming out of the RNC. How great she is doing. How great of a job she can do.
That's the uniparty talking.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nikki's horrible. She sucks.
She's horrible too.
From what I hear multiple times.
All right, there you go. I sent you. So, Shizzy, I sent you a picture that people are claiming was DeSantis in a bar. Yesterday.
You mentioned that earlier in Baker's stream.
Yeah, and like,
you're like,
today,
somebody saying that he's done, and sure enough, he's done.
Is he done?
Yeah,
he stepped down.
He dropped
today.
out earlier, and he's backing Trump. He said, I signed a pledge to support the party's nominee, and I'm going to do it.
Yeah, that's supposedly they're saying that's him. So, which I think is funny. Actually, you know what? That does look like a bar on Tennessee Street. I do recognize that.
Well, and that's the thing. It does. There's a little bit of it that looks like him, but there's certain parts of it that are not quite right. And I don't
know.
I mean,
it looks like he's had a long night.
Well, it looks like he's had a long night, but also his chin isn't quite right. Ron doesn't have that much fat under his chin.
Yeah, but how often do you see Ron DeSantis sitting like that? So
also,
that place isn't. It's not that far from the Capitol, by the way. If it's where I think it is.
Yeah, I also think the hair doesn't look quite right for Ron DeSantis.
Well, it looks like he's been wearing a hat.
What's the deal with him in boots? He was wearing cowboy boots or something?
Well, they were saying that he was wearing boots with lifts in them.
That's not DeSantis. Yamaha says. Texas Jen says not him.
No, I don't think it is.
No,
there's too much about the face. It just isn't quite right. The face and the neck.
Well, it looks like Ballstorm outside.
It's not. It does kind of have a Ballstorm look to it.
All right, here we go. So what I'll do is I'll pull up this open image in a new tab, and we'll put it over here. And yeah, the hair isn't quite right. The hair is too long, and the ear is different slightly. The nose pretty close.
That's that is, and that's Epstein. He faked his death, and that's reconstructive surgery. It looks like the ears. Man, when you said ears, I looked right there at that. I was like, yeah, that's Epstein.
Yeah. Okay, there's a stream right there. Let's pull up this one here. Share screen. And there's a couple of similarities to it, but not quite right. So that's DeSantis right there.
What's that? Yeah, but when was that photo taken?
Share screen. I don't know. Probably before he started getting all piggish.
I think it's him. I want to believe.
It could be. It could be him.
Could be.
Look at that picture you just showed. It could be him.
I say it's him. Let's go with that. And then we'll just see what happens.
We can do that.
Did you guys see DeSantis? He was over there in a bar, man. He was like,
He's in a bar getting drunk. He's so lonely. No wife, no kids. Out.
What is his wife? I don't even...
When did DeSantis drop out?
Today. This afternoon.
Today, man. Earlier.
Yeah. See, I haven't been paying any attention. I was doing things. But yeah, that'll be what I cover tomorrow. So I usually cover news that I don't even know anything about. It's all new to me. I feel like a what do you call it? Alzheimer's patient, where you go, man, I had no idea sky was blue. Shit. Wake up every morning, look over at my wife and go, man, that is one little hottie right there. I do her all the time. She's like, yeah, you forgot who I was, didn't you? All right.
Yeah, this
Yamaha.
is his.
You be safe, brother. You be safe. Why don't you?
Where are you going, y'all?
Going to bed. Looks like.
He's going to go get naked. All this sexy talk of Nikki Haley got him excited.
Yeah, he does, man. He's into what weird. Oh, he's a Marine. He's into that weird stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, can't fight it.
Look at that. Trump signed the shirt of a young woman. And it was a USA woman, too.
Yep. It's a real woman. Oh, where is it? Damn headphones are going dead.
DeSantis actually looks happy in this. He's going to suspend his campaign thing here.
Well, yeah. Can actually get back to doing his job.
I couldn't imagine running for president, man. That's on
a whole nother level.
Well, you spend a lot of time in Iowa for no reason because Iowa's a caucus. Like I'd say, look, I'm not going to be in Iowa. Iowa's a caucus. It's you have to play. You spend millions of dollars to get these delegates. You wine and dine them to get them to vote for you. I'm not going to do that. I want the actual people that are going to be voting. Yeah. So you got New Hampshire. Well, New Hampshire's weird, man. It's I don't know.
That's a ranked in New Hampshire. But there's not that many people in New Hampshire either. I mean, it's just
so
it's not a state that you're likely to win as a Republican. So
unfortunately, it used to be a stalwart, but Massachusetts.
Well, yeah, so is California, but
yeah.
I mean, so what do you think that DeSantis dropping out was to support Trump, or just say, you know what? I already filled my coffers, because it seems to me like there was no point in any one of them even getting up there, because
absolutely not. There was no reason for any of them to.
You guys don't know the type of ego we're talking about. Them.
Well, he was better off
think there's president
waiting until 28 to run it all.
Yeah, they ruined that though. Do you think?
Oh yeah, he has, because of what he's done here.
Because he was weak, man. He was weak. I think that what's that guy's name?
Vivek Ramaswamy.
Yeah, whatever that guy's name is. He's done better, but he'll be a flash in the pan. He'll be out.
Yeah.
He'll
he may get an administration.
He'll be press secretary.
Yeah.
He's good at talking, but he'd be good.
What's he do? What's his background? I don't even know.
I don't know. He's like pretty much a billionaire.
Biogenetics. So he works for Big Pharma.
Oh, well, that's
maybe. I don't know who he works for.
Might as well be Goebbels. You got what's the I don't know the whole thing. Okay, so for me, like it was that first debate. Everybody was like, "Oh man, I can't believe Trump's not going to debate." And like some people, like voters, like people that consider themselves politically astute, they took the bait, and it was like, I can't believe Trump's not debating. Like he needs to get up there and they wanted him to do what he did 4 years ago, but that's not good. It's not good for the party, and there's no reason for Trump, who was pulling over 50% of the time, to give anybody else legitimacy. All it takes is one fumble, right? I mean, like, okay, so like you saw the thing where he said that Nikki Haley was in charge of security in January of 2020.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but
he's mentally he's
but it got the media to
going
admit
right
that
back to his mental capacity. Not one time you heard mental capacity. Not one time you heard about the 25th Amendment. The entire time Joe Biden's been there. But Trump says this one thing, and the media, they still can't figure it out. We saw this every day when he was there before. What Trump is doing is he's trolling them, and he got
the media to admit that it was
admit
Pelosi that was in charge of security,
because they got the media to admit it. Yes, it's the so yeah. they don't even know. It's just
exactly
sad. If you think, what's the end game on every question, or every answer? He doesn't say anything unless he knows the answer. He doesn't ask a question without knowing the answer. That's why, there's like, oh, look at all the lawyers around him, and how horrible they are. So he doesn't use them. Some people need lawyers. And some people look at Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp didn't need a lawyer. I mean, he was helping the lawyers out for Amber Heard.
Yeah.
I mean, what type of a brain do you have to have when you're sitting there? And I'm thinking, this guy's wasted. He has no brain cells left. And he's telling the other side how to pronounce words, legal terms. And he's like, oh, you mean this? And then they'd say something, and he'd look like, huh? What? And it's like, you didn't even catch it. And Johnny Depp had it. He's absolutely, there's at such a level of intelligence, we don't relate. And Trump is that same type. And whenever you think that somebody's dumb, that's when they got you. That's when they got you. You're not dumb, and you become a billionaire. So there's my soapbox.
And make it that long in New York City.
In New York City,
having skeletons in your closet. I mean, clearly the guy's as squeaky clean as they come, because he's been there that long, and his businesses have running businesses basically. I mean, dude runs New York almost with some of his stuff, and they couldn't get anything on him. I mean,
it's crazy. And I love the stuff they come up with. It doesn't even make sense. Like if a 1L. If you walked in, you sat down the first day of law school, and you said some of the stuff that they've accused Trump of, like, oh, he doesn't pay taxes or whatever, something like that. The other kids, the other students would all make fun of you because it's so absurd out there. There's no grasp of reality to it, and it's boring at this point. And I feel bad for the people that believe it. Because I like to believe in Bigfoot, but I don't base my life on that.
And so someone not too long ago that you might have, you probably know. I know that you've probably seen them and heard them. They were having a discussion on somebody else's channel, and this person came in there and started talking, about Trump in a certain way, and it was just like, well, I'm not even going to argue with you. You're wanting to have a debate, and you're saying you want to have a debate, and you're trying to be all calm and everything, but the premise that you're coming up with is not based in fact or reality. It's some made up bullshit. And I mean, first of all, we got to get the premise right, and have to have the truth before we can even begin to debate it. And if you're just coming up with, well, Trump said X, Y, or Z, and that's not what he said. It's what you're just reading off the punch list, then there's no need for me to even sit here and have a discussion with you on it, because that's not what he said. That's not how he said it. That's not the way that it was framed.
They all get their marching orders and talking points.
Look,
They
I
have the
don't.
same. You can just. I mean, Rush used to make fun of them all the time. I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
with his montages, where they all say the exact same word or phrase over and over at every newscast, every time they're on the air.
Yeah,
that
Well,
day, and it's like
everybody gets so caught up in the minutia of it, and they can't escape the easy low hanging fruit, and they don't realize the good fruit's at the top of the tree. And the fact of the matter is that there was a better economy. There wasn't runaway inflation. America was a safer place. We weren't in random wars. Israel wasn't being attacked. We weren't talking about going to World War III type stuff. You had gas was at a reasonable price without inflation. That means people had money in their pockets. Trump's tax cuts were so expansive and critically well received that companies had so much extra money that they could bring into the country that they gave bonuses to workers out of the blue. Just out of the blue, they said, look, hey, here, have some extra money. We've got more now. I mean, I've never in my lifetime ever even heard of something like that happening. And that is just, it's a phenomenal thing. I don't care what he says. I don't care if he says, he's chases bunny rabbits in his underwear.
Love to have mean tweets right now.
Yeah.
Compared to what we have.
Right. Yeah. I mean, the guy can, it doesn't matter. And, let's face it, if you're putting your head in the sand about Hunter Biden and about Ukraine and about Israel,
about Sam Bankman-Fried,
about China, you're putting your head in the sand about why is there a fake Oval Office just for filming?
Right.
I mean, why has that never been answered? Why has it never been answered who leaked the Roe versus Wade decision? I mean, that's a pretty massive thing. Oh, it's phenomenal. I don't know. I don't understand why we do this. I'm talking about either side. I'm tired of playing college football about this. It's not a rivalry. You don't win. You're not winning as a Democrat. You're not winning as a Republican. It's us.
You're losing as a country. You're losing as a country.
Absolutely.
And that,
that's the whole point with one side.
Well, and
they despise the founding of this country, what this country stands for, and its values, and so they do everything they can to destroy that. Just look at our southern border.
There's a reason why people aren't questioning what happened with FTX and Sam Bankman-Fried. There's a reason
they're all getting
why
kickbacks.
Because Sam Bankman-Fried was basically, it works really screwed up as we send all these millions and billions of dollars over to Ukraine. Ukraine would turn around and use the FTX exchange to purchase Bitcoin or whatever kind of securities he could. And then whenever the prices would go up, he'd turn around and sell it off, and those kickbacks would come back to Hunter and to Joe Biden. Well, actually come back to Hunter and to all the and we're talking about
the politicians.
We're talking about left and right and center. We were getting a lot of politicians that were getting funding for their campaigns. Those campaign coffers were getting filled up, and then all of a sudden, whenever shit went south, CZ was just like seeing that the company's starting to falter. He was like, oh, let me go ahead and look at this. And he starts to say, oh, I'm going to go ahead and buy this company and buy them out, because FTX was supposedly bailing out Celsius. They were bailing out Voyager. They were supposedly doing all of this stuff to help out all of their funders. Next thing you know, Sam Bankman-Fried is being arrested in the Bahamas, and then they find this guy that's supposedly driving around in a beat up Honda Accord, has bought multiple properties for his parents, for his family, for the executives of the company. And we're not talking about, oh, they bought him a nice house in the Hamptons. No, he was buying them an entire hotel on the beaches of Bahamas.
Spend a lot of money.
Yeah, whenever you're talking in the billions and those kickbacks coming to politicians, and
Mhm.
and then all of a sudden it's just like, oh yeah, we'll just sort of arrest them and move them off, and it's just like, what have you heard about that in the past year? What have you heard about Sam Bankman-Fried? Nothing. They want to keep that quiet because the people that were paying that money,
Yep.
and those are going to be your next governors, senators. Those are going to be the next lawmakers that are passing
And they
laws
got to keep
about,
and they got to keep the war in Ukraine going. Got to keep
Yes.
sending money over.
because that money is getting filtered right back into their
Absolutely.
pockets.
Trump got impeached for asking about that.
Yeah.
You know that? Think
Mhm.
about that. Got completely impeached because he said, "What's happening here? I want to know." And he picked up the phone and he called. But then all of a sudden, it's a war on democracy. Oh, that's funny. Democracy is a one-way street in this country now. It doesn't.
Well, we don't have a democracy anyway, so
Of course, I love.
I want a
saying
war
that.
on democracy. I don't want democracy.
Yeah, no, democracy is mob
a
rule.
representative republic for a reason.
Yeah, it's mob rule. We're meant to go slow. We're not meant to do things fast, and it's absolutely asinine. And if you look at the stuff on, Twitter's changed a lot. Thankfully, it's much more civil, believe it or not. But I mean, it used to be, it was all about, if you don't believe my way, we ought to do away with you. There was one party, very specifically, that did that. It didn't have an R at the beginning of it. It does that and doesn't have an R at the beginning of their name. They're it's sick. It's absolutely sick. And it's but nobody cares. Nobody cares. I mean, if anybody cared, if you had told me as a child that one day our government will say aliens are real, UFOs are a thing, they're running around, and when everybody just sat and goes,
okay,
yeah, I knew that.
Yeah.
I would have it would completely. I thought you were an idiot. I'd be like, no, man. Like, people are gonna be you're gonna see people buying a lot of stuff to protect themselves. You're gonna be invaded by an enemy from off the world. But no, it's what it is.
Space lasers, man.
Yeah, gutters. It's
Everything's
the
been
new
turned on its head.
normal. It's to make you feel uncomfortable the entire time.
Exactly.
It's
because
weird.
it's done on purpose, because everyone thinks that they're following a particular dogma or a particular creed, and then somebody hijacks that creed and distorts it and perverts it, and it would be like finding out that it's like you're being like a very religious person, a Bible believer, and then next thing you know, you're sitting in this little camp, and they're telling you to drink this Kool-Aid and give it to your children first. And these people were God-fearing people the whole time. And that's the situation that they're putting you in, and they're telling you to drink the Kool-Aid, believe it. It's fine because salvation is amongst us. I mean, they're twisted, and they're manipulative, and you just have to step back from it and say, no, I'm not playing your game.
That's when you go to re-education camps. Those are coming.
Education camps.
Education. The only thing I think that there is there needs to be a war for people right now. I think that's what they're going for, because it gets everybody's attention off of what's happening. And that's where I think you'll see. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't think anybody believes that we have strong enough leadership, but I think that they're going that way. Maybe not. I don't know. I do know that Afghanistan was a con job, but never mind about that. They used the weapons that we left behind in Afghanistan when they did the attack on Israel. Yeah. Isn't that nice? But that was Trump's fault. He wasn't in office. He had been in office for 9 months. That was his fault.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't blame other people. The buck stops here, you know? At some point, you got to take
was that Truman that had that?
Yeah.
Was
Yeah.
it Truman or yeah, it was
I think it was Truman.
or Woodrow Wilson, one of those two. It's either
Yeah.
Truman or
Wilson was running around trying to find
he was
skirts to look up.
No. Well, and those were not necessarily his.
He was building the League of Nations.
Yeah.
He is a great intellect, thinker, and all
Mhm.
that stuff.
Did you happen to catch the president of Argentina's speech at the
No,
World
I don't
Economic Forum? Oh, dude, it was beautiful. It was beautiful. So, dude shows up, World Economic Forum, and you know about the World Economic Forum.
Yeah,
They're a bunch of little socialist bastards, and he shows up, and he was like, all of these little social things that you have going on. He just lambasted the World Economic Forum, saying it didn't work in my country, and it won't work in any country that you try to push this bullshit on.
It's never worked anywhere.
He said it in such nice words too. It was that I am not following your bullshit, and I'm doing exactly what I'm going to do best for my country, and we're going to make our country as great as we possibly can. And all you sons of bitches that are pulling your bullshit, your collective, it's not going to work, and it's not working on us. It's not working on a lot of countries. And you're going to get a lot of fight off of us. You try going after us like that. He's not happy with them at all. He made it very clear. And you just see the whole crowd was just like this is so uncomfortable. It's like, yeah, he's speaking truth to all of you people. I mean, I don't know what to think of the guy. Maybe he's full of crap, but hey. At this point, question everything down to the very smallest detail. Call me paranoid, but I see what happened, and we didn't question anything.
Whatever happened to Venezuela?
Well, they got to send people here.
They're getting lots of help from the Chinese.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, because they had that one guy, and they became commies, and then what happened after that? Are they still around? Are they still a? Is Danny Glover and what's the guy Sean Penn still going down there talking about a great utopia it is?
Well, they still have plenty of oil reserves, but they won't release them. I mean, they could bring their country up out of poverty, but they're just like,
you need suffering, though.
Yes.
People don't ask as many questions.
Yes. If you're struggling, why would you question outside of like if you're trying to make ends meet from one day to the next?
You don't have enough energy to fight anything that's going on.
Exactly. And it happens slow. It doesn't happen overnight. This kind of control happens slow.
That's what's going on. All you have to do is look there and know where we're headed.
Yeah.
But you know what? Here's
Argentina's been there, and they're coming to the other side. I mean, the pendulum's going to swing back at some point. It's going to swing back hard.
Yeah, and when it does, it's going to be like all of the New York Times, where they were promoting, you know, the wonderful painter in Germany, you know, the glorious leader in Germany that was a nice painter, a savant of painting.
He had a lot of good ideas.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
It's about bedtime. It's 10:30, and I'm gonna have to have plenty of time to make sure I can thaw the car out in the morning, and because I say we've been getting freezing rain for at least an hour now.
And I've been going for 3.5 hours. It's about time I fire this thing
down.
I
ruined it, man.
No, you didn't.
No, you didn't. I can talk politics all night, but I just gotta get sleep. I got a political science degree. I can talk this shit all.
That's me too, man. I didn't know you had that.
Yeah.
Man,
man, do or die.
I can talk shit all night, but I never got no degree. My degree was just like screw all you sons of bitches.
Hey, traveling, what's up?
I have a BA and BS. So
yeah, it is, man. It is, dude. And then I got into public relations too. So that was
Oh.
political science and public relations, man.
Mhm.
You can tell where my brain was, right?
It was right here in the dirtiness.
With figs.
Night, y'all.
I love a buttered biscuit.
Well, you're handling that mic pretty well.